Hello, hold on. Let's get the fucking game up. I don't even have the game up yet. No, here we go.
Back and all of the chores were done and they were...
Bro, look at me. Being just wiped out by the brightness. Rag Global Elevate Watchparty. Well, it's because they...
on at the Haven, but we can see he was on back in that duelist seat where he was excelling for the team.
Yeah, he seems to be one of the few other players in the Pacific who's been able to pick up the ISO alongside Meteor and play it to a really high level. He was really pushing Boom Esports on this map the last time they played it, so really curious to see if they're going to be able to continue with that.
My pick came in. RRQ beat T1 as I foresaw. Which actually makes the group kind of interesting. I mean, also, Nova lost to Tech, which makes this group... Look at this group in China. It's a fucking mess. FPX could finish first if they beat EDG. They could finish first or they could be out of playoffs. Based on whether they win or lose this game. How crazy is that? Why is Patrick on? I don't know.
Play Diplomat and keep everybody happy.
I think life's just easier.
Is there a
when you
reason?
realize that you can't do that, and it's better to just piss people off instead.
Is it easier though? Is it? Well,
You're number one in
a little bit
fantasy.
of
Fizzy?
util
That's
thrown out
pretty good.
early, but
I don't think Sylvan had a great game.
Opportunity to clear that space. Ash looking for the jump peaks.
He only got like 4
timing.
points or something.
Orb grabbed, trying to fast track those kill contracts for
You're
Yudo.
playing the jet version of this? Elevate, bro. What are you doing?
Yep. Peek out there from Ash. Big glimpse on multiple players. We'll just go ahead.
Thing is, as well, this has to be a comfort thing because I know the Elevator is the biggest Yoru fan of all time.
As Munchkin with a peek out from window, able to find one. Kelly's going to be shut down here. That flank pressure, not going to be much more of a concern here for them. Texture.
Cast around, bro. I'm too tired for that. No. I don't even have any water, man. My voice is fried, as you can hear.
Jet clear out on that recon. Nothing to be seen there. Paranoia going across, and for now, Global Esports still gonna be held at bay.
trouble,
This site absolutely locked down, and once again, Global going to have to go on a bit of a pivot.
This has to be where they go because of timing.
Dash at the ready here from Darion.
The wall's going to come back up. The missiles are back online.
Leading forward, a bit of damage across on the Udotan, but overall, plant can come through. Salvo's now going to be sent out to slide forward. And Texture somehow comes away with that kill.
This puppy not got a
Probably should have
single
had it
kill.
absolutely dead to rights, but it's only going to be Munchkin. As
You
the
like the
lone
Gen G
casualty
comp?
here on the side of Gen
I mean,
G,
they've been
and they
playing
will take
something
the
similar
opening
for a
pistol
very
here on
long
Haven.
time.
Yeah, I mean, Texture just
I actually
barely
don't
sliding
love the
underneath
way they
Pop
use
Classic.
Viper. I actually think that
But,
this smoke,
you know,
this
GE
Viper
trying to
orb
work
is
the
actually
map as
way
best
more
as they
effective than
could.
this wall, but they fucking
Maybe
love
had
this
an
wall.
opportunity, but because of the poison cloud there, and you know that Munchkin's probably not too far behind. Snakebite was coming through. Didn't feel like they could comfortably push C, go over to A. There's a stack there. They get a sense of it. Have to try for B, and at that point, the time was ticking down, so Gen G was able to make a pretty good read. Come through there. Nice shots from Ash. Texture going to slide through. Easy peasy for Gen G. Happy to see that Munchkin's Poison Cloud landing in the right spot. That's a plus. Contingency out to grab the orb.
Already just going to be 2 away from that kill contract.
Okay, I like farming Ulto
happen
with
for the
that
bonus.
contingency.
Probably will, even if he just dies and doesn't get a kill here. Probably just feed him another orb in the next round.
But
so
yeah, I personally still preferred
good
the kind of
management.
when Viper was meta on this map,
GE,
like
Global Esports.
old school setup. I still think that one is actually better than the one that Gen D do. But
Munchkin's like, if there's more than one, it could be a problem.
Yeah, opposite back away. Snakebite, though, at the ready here is the entry. Coming through on the garage. As it's going to be a bit of a meat grinder situation. Texture's there in window. The double push down. Spike now going to be on the floor. There's the smoke. Lands here right on top of Darion. Swing in. Quick little cleanup here. Gen G looking for the
Where's
flawless
Patrick? I actually don't
anti-eco
know.
Texture.
does anyone know? There's like
Maybe
listening to the
tuck away. It
broadcast
does
or
have
something.
2 HP. All it takes is one stray right-click bullet to just come flying your way to put you down. As Darion also looking to make this costly. But Munchkin will go ahead, push forward, fill that space. The flawless is going to be confirmed. Given the investments, very solid here from the side of GENG. On a knife's edge of nearly losing out on a couple of those weapons, but we'll be holding on to all of them going into the bonus.
Yeah, good management of the situation. You know, Util comes out. They have a better response. Relay bolt, snake bite. There was a turret there. Give them that preparation they need to get that set up. Saw Paranoia flying through. Everything in the kitchen sink for GENG. As usual, textures. Yep, just losing his mind. But that's a given for GENG. Early smoke out, Munchkin trying to disrespect it, but absolutely cannot. Might have gotten spotted by Global Esports briefly. Texture gonna clear a trip and retreat. At least keep that in the back of Global's minds that could be a lurk coming through.
Yeah, still do have that one trip set up outside of that mid window, so a bit more cover here for him. Here's the grab, Yudotan snatching up Munchkin.
Okay,
Has that Bulldog, so it can be a quick break on the shield. And Yudotan's still able to go ahead and confirm the kill. Crystal comes away with 2. Foxy 9 at range, Spectre in hand.
It wasn't convincing, but it was good enough.
Looks like Barn
I mean,
Texture
they're
finding
really gonna struggle
pretty
here. I
hefty
think
impact. That might be the one kill that GENG's able
Global,
to find
because
here.
you're playing against double controller and you have no pop flash. Right,
Yeah.
like particularly against
Really
this
nice to
comp
see
is
from
where you
them.
needed the Yoru.
Good
Like the
patience
Yoru
all
would be
around.
so good in this game.
Finally got that ult into play. Texture, what do you have in store for us? Everybody's hiding.
Just Crystal, who's out in the open, and shot goes whizzing past his shoulder. A 3K here from Crystal. As Global Esports will quickly get themselves on the board.
Okay, so kind of all according to plan there. Even though you lose the
I
pistol,
can't believe you'd rather watch
get
this.
the
I
kill
would
contract
rather watch
early
this.
for Yudotan. He's able to find success in that.
Hello.
Oh, they line up for Crystal there in the
Hello,
Vandal.
Mr. Will.
2 headshots.
Oh, there we go.
Nasty stuff from him. Gonna need some more of that.
How are you feeling?
How are you?
Very capable
I
of
am
popping
good.
off.
How are you feeling about Global Esports' chances here? Why isn't
Yeah,
Patrick playing?
Well,
We don't know.
for what it's worth,
Nothing
I
was
know
really
things have been a bit
stated,
of a
but my
struggle
guess
for
would simply
Global,
be because
in this
he
stage.
just looked
I
really
do
not
love
comfortable
the
on
way
stage.
Kelly S
So maybe
maintains his composure,
they decided to go for a
energy.
switch. See if
Elevated
they,
Really good
becomes
job as
coach
the
and
leader of this team.
instantly
even though it's
benches
been
someone.
rough sledding at times.
Is what you're
Ah,
saying.
the conspiracy
Always
theories
been a
begin.
Positive impact on them, and you can hear them all the time up here in the booth. We're
How do you
2
feel
stories
about
above the
Global's
players,
chances
and
in this
I
game?
can hear Kelly screaming down there sometimes.
Not very good.
And now Crystal also has a Hunter's Fury. Off the
Why
back
couldn't
of
you
that
just
I mean, I
previous
think-
round. Ash does
Why
have
couldn't you
his
just
ult.
lie?
If they,
So I'm gonna get a little bit of info. Now you're gonna know Ash's
but the thing is,
position.
they play double duelists
How do you
on
wanna play
both,
that? Do you wanna
just
keep trying
out of
to
pure mechanics. I mean, they might pull
press
something out,
forward?
but
All of the info utility used for Crystal still waiting on the recon to come back up.
Thinking maybe they get a catch here
An
on one of these
interesting
players,
little
but
tail.
Armageddon not going to be finding anyone.
Didn't really do anything.
There's the double push up here, and Salvo is going to be sent out as well, just looking to try to hold things off. The spike, however, a little bit faster this time.
Again, I
What
feel
we're
like they
seeing,
will
Pistol,
struggle.
Global, ushering this across over towards that C site. Alarm bot going to get cleared out, but still some damage taken by
They
the
are
Nano
taking
Swarms.
their
Foxy
time.
9 playing up inside here of that smoke. Beautifully done, able to find Yudotan. As now, though, going to get spammed down. Kelly S approaching from garage, finding that kill. Munchkin tucks back, avoids
kill.
that blast of the Hunter's Fury, but they still need to get the spike planted. 10 seconds remaining. Actually going to be taking down Kauron here versus Crystal. The swing coming through, goes for the slight little adjustment on the wide swing.
The
Kauron playing
double,
it
the
beautifully.
double movement swing.
And that is going to be GENG stopping GE from
yeah,
getting
how
the
is
tie-up.
Karon so patient?
Yeah,
what the?
I don't
I
know.
thought that round
I think
had some
that's his
potential there
greatest
for
skill in
Global.
Valorant, to be honest. Is his movement when he
early
fights before he
utilization
shoots.
of Ash's
Yeah.
ult, plus I think they throw a paranoia down the
I don't
A
feel
ramp.
great for Global. I don't
That's a
feel
nice
great
break from
playing
Foxy.
no
Something
pop
you
flash
don't see very
against
often
double
is
smokes
Him push it
Viper.
up ahead of that.
Yeah, no, I was
Poison Cloud.
talking about
Get
that.
his turret
Neither
pretty
of them
far
have
forward
flashes,
there to
but
kinda give
obviously
him the
GENG
early
is
warning.
double controller, so.
Get into that position.
I hope we get more fights.
But would the
between
flashes
Crystal and
have really
Kauron,
made a
because I feel
difference?
like both of them are going to be such a good.
I think
Sometimes
I
you
think
have
not
to-
playing Yoru in
raw
this
aim
comp
as well
is
as
just trolling.
movement.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's because
Kauron, it'll get
Darion
better
doesn't
of
feel
them there in that
confident
previous
playing
round.
Yoru.
Yeah,
Well,
I gotta
Hoping we
imagine.
get to see a
Either
couple
way-
more
Although that-
between those two.
Ignore
That does
initial
imply
spray
that
from
maybe
Kauron a
this
little bit.
wasn't,
Sure.
like, this was a somewhat last-minute
It was all
change.
just to give Crystal a false
Yes.
sense of security.
Yeah, it's like he's whiffed. I've got time. I swear. Well, Yudotan got really beat up at the beginning.
What time
of
are
this
you on,
round.
by the way?
LAS downed by Karan.
Oh, I am on
Gonna try to
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Out the
Okay, I'm good.
utility, dude.
Value
1.
shock dart.
Yep. That was a nice one.
That, like,
Good
you're on
memory from the
57 now,
previous
right?
round
You're
with
not like
LAS.
10
Ate a
seconds
lot of that
behind.
Yeah. No.
Drone cleared. So you know there's one back sight. The real question is can you break through?
Ooh, Foxy considering swinging in. Might be getting timing now. Nope. Faces back forward, the tailwind up. Chases in, finds the headshot. Looks for a little bit more, but Crystal able to shut him down. Just he and Poppy now
Oh, no.
left standing. As Paranoia sent, whiffs. Connect onto either of these players as Poppy looks to go ahead, take the opening fight. Karan able to find one. And Crystal, yeah. It's going to have that aim broken as Texture goes sliding across the
Do I
way.
have the link to the English
Gen
channel
G
stream?
gonna be
Yeah,
off
we'll
to a
do.
4-1 start.
Yeah, some really solid side anchoring from Foxy9. He's doing a great job of playing delay.
Economy very much starting to come online. I mean,
You're-
Kang's already had.
Really? We're just going to have a little
Just having a little fun
cinematic
here. Our Munchkin
pan of that?
Texture. I don't know what has gotten into those two today.
I heard Texture yelling.
Yeah,
I think he was screaming at him to give him the defuse.
I mean, those two are quite the combo. Okay, I was hoping we'd maybe get a little bit deeper into that, but there's
Tough. It's all tough.
So, did you firmly believe that RQ would win, or was this one of those, there's a good chance?
I picked them, didn't I?
Well, but I picked Boom against Gen G, and it was more of a, I thought there was a chance.
I just thought the T1 didn't look that good. They just looked like a team that was bound to lose.
Hmm.
Like they just hadn't. And also, why are they not banning Icebox? They're throwing every series down a map.
Oh, Patrick's in the booth. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I assume they're just looking to rehaul all the maps, and they just don't have it ready yet. So I don't know. Or maybe they just feel, hey, let's get as far as we can with fundamentals,
only got 5.
and then we'll just run it through in playoffs. Who knows?
Currently 6th. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems if Secret are beating you on a map, you're in trouble.
But it's one of Secret's best maps.
Matt coming through again.
I'd say
Yeah, but
given
if
the
you're
economic
T1
situation
and
of
Secret are
Gen G,
beating
they
you on a
probably
map, you
delay
need to
over
ban
rather
that.
than Go
I
for a
agree.
defensive pit.
Yeah, I mean, Munchkin's probably got more legs to stand on for sure. There's that early turret. Last time Foxy was playing close.
Okay, at least they're farming the seal top.
Sort of
Some
again.
teams could learn from this.
Do you think Elevated's doing
the poison cloud isn't
the
up yet. It's
T1 and
in
Gen
front
G
of him.
way of sit in the booth and
Foxy
see
able to find the
what
first.
we need to
Sheriff shot
teach
there
you
from
from a
Darion.
bird's eye
Two.
view?
The drawdown on the rifle.
I have
Cloud
no
now gonna
idea.
be
Well,
noted
I think it
as
makes
Paranoia
sense to
gonna
put
be
someone in the
exchanging on both
booth
sides. Darion
anyway.
just gets stunned up the side and
If
here
you
from
bench
Texture
him.
to collect that kill. Peeks out.
Kind of
Trying
keep
to
them
spot
as
a
part
little
of
bit
it
more here.
anyway.
Yeah, to keep them as part of the team.
As Kilias just
Like,
quickly
you
gonna be
still
backing
believe in
away.
the player. I think it
Crystal
makes sense. But
sprinting over a long sight for the moment, completely opened up. Ash not too far away. They're just trying to double stack and note this, but Karen will just go ahead and win out the fight. The flanker now dead.
Now you know it's clear. Can get through and get that plant pretty easily. Texture's still over on C. I mean, there's a world where he dashed over.
Planted.
To be a little bit careful of that, but no guns are going to be able to be collected by Poppy and Crystal, so just those sheriffs. But
bro, when will they learn about the
Darion
stinger?
started the round with a couple sharp
Imagine you had a
shots.
stinger here. Genuinely, if this was 2 stingers, I'd be like, they got a chance.
In heaven, close as Poppy.
Hello.
What?
Hello.
Maybe they have a chance.
Did Texture land into that shot?
Seemed like it. Time is ticking here. Gen G need to get a move on. Global Esports. They're going to try to seal this one away. And Crystal finds that hit. There's the ping reveal. Ash gets the spike held up to half. They push forward into the smoke.
Wow,
They
okay.
overwhelm.
Let's go, Global.
Round
Damn.
up the back of the timeout. Global Esports.
Oh, they did have a chance. I have
Pulling
no
off
idea how he hit that
effective
shot.
thrifty.
That's just,
That first one on
Beautiful.
Texture was...
I mean, those are nasty sheriff shots. Picks up the
I don't know.
Vandal.
We'd need a very
there,
slow motion
yeah, it's a
replay, I think, of
stunner.
that one.
Oh, Karan through the wall there.
We call that a Valorant
landed
gods
it.
are on your side moment.
There you go.
Chef's kiss indeed.
getting a little bit energized. I love that the
Okay,
other
big
4
ult
players
round.
on Global add up to Crystal's kills right now.
Hey, yeah. I mean, he's a tremendous player.
They close the gap down to half, so 2 more to try to tie things up here, needing to find some impact on the attack. Turk going to be clear.
See, they keep. I don't understand what Gen G are doing. They keep doing this kind of like, deep info turret here on C. But they just keep farming this ult up. They're coming here. They're starting every round.
They have full control because of the contingency.
Doesn't make any sense.
There really isn't a lot that Gen G's been able to deal with it, other than the early salvos in the pistol round. And Ash has been on permanent A duty ever since, so they've done a great job of
So probably
finding
looking
the
to C
advantages where they
split here.
can. Really putting them to good use. Obviously, with the way Yudotan performed the last time out on Haven for GE, you want to get him fired up and rolling. And if Crystal's popping behind him, things could definitely go well for Global Esports. Yep. Texture trying to get away with a forward position, but it's noted. Good diligence. Foxy.
Jiggling to try to reset that. Nanoswarm to try to buy himself some time. He's going to go for a reposition. Does this get red? Well, he's
Nicely
just going to
done.
get spammed out. Just not able to take him down. Crystal, Hunter's Fury.
Let's go
finding
global.
Munchkin.
We win this
The
game.
site now wide
These guys are
open.
frauds.
It's happening. Foxy's playing the same exact
Rock,
position
best
every
Yes,
time.
Foxy
All
loves
the way
playing
down
inside
to
and all,
36.
but
If he sends the ultimate, does go ahead and get that health reset.
Why is he doing that?
he does always play kind of this either like close
Yeah.
by the
Position here,
boxes
given
or
they have
like
5
and
players
then
alive
into
for
the
NP
Viper
and
like every
Very
round.
dangerously low.
Yeah, on C side, he's always playing a position where he's like
Curious if maybe
good for one,
Tommy
but only
McDuffie-
one. And like,
He always plays like
Oh,
in this
man.
square.
Players have gotten out onto the side. Poppy going to be taken down. Spike now starting to be held. There's the pull through. Doesn't get the diffuser though. They play in front of it. Yudotan, he'll
We
win that
just
fight.
never even
But
checked
the round
if they were
victory.
defusing. Never
It
mind, we're
goes the
cooked.
way of Gen G. Nothing going to be carried forward. They
Rough.
don't have much money behind, but Gen G
Did they not
is ahead.
hear the
Once
tap?
again, rather, ahead by 3.
I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, the whole way through here, Gen G is knowing that Yudotan's going to
feel like that's been happening a bit more,
so
though,
they're
this
throwing
year.
players ahead. And Ash just sticks it and spins.
I mean, I guess they tried to spam it. They just missed.
Oh, brother.
You can see.
And they
potential
use
for
the
GE to win the
ISO
war
as well.
as you get the Phantom 4 sheriffs here for the side of Gen G. Salvos, they're able to get out in front of these. Damage not going to be suffered. Just a ping reveal onto Charon.
That's tough.
Being really
Gen
patient
G eco after winning though.
Seen some
So win con for
trickery early.
for G.
from Gen G, where they're just tucking into smokes, trying to
Also
play
a win con for
aggressively off the
Gen
back of those.
G.
GE has to be very
Just
careful.
with sheriffs,
There goes the
as they always
neutral
do.
zone.
Paranoia
I don't
goes
like
out.
these A hits though.
And Charon, Ash, one apiece. Yudotan turning over, looking for a second kill. Munchkin out wide.
Okay,
trying to
Yudo.
steady it, but he's
Oh,
just
not
dancing
okay,
around
Oh
him.
my!
These A hits don't look
You
very
say,
good
okay,
at
we
all.
got the spike. Kelly, yes, you're by yourself. That's fine. We're gonna send the pit.
It's because they're like trying to play
The
cautious
corpse
around the
is out
toxic
of
screen,
reach,
but
the
you
neural
just
depth,
you know you
no
can't
way in
up
hell.
the tempo because you have no flash. And
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
it
I
looked
mean,
like
yeah,
for a
it's
moment
just
there,
like,
because Yudotan got the reset.
you have to
on his
just
shield
wait,
and
I think. You literally just have
Maybe
to
he was
wait
going to
out
be
the
able to do
wall.
something about it, but
yeah,
Munchkin.
By then
Drag
there's
out the
4 players
toxin.
one of the
inside, so
smartest
then you're
players you'll
fucked as well.
find was dodging back and forth until Ash
It's
could
all
get there
fucked.
so they could combine fire. Make sure they
if
could
only
take him
you
down
had an
with
agent
Texture
that
involved,
could
not Texture,
teleport from one side of the map to the
Anyway.
other, but also flash you into the site,
Hell yes, left to save.
would be pretty OP.
Zero credits
It
behind
would
him,
be
so
that sounds broken as fuck.
Gen G just
Actually, when you do put it
fearsome
like
with
that,
the
if it
sheriffs
wasn't
as
in the game,
always.
people would say that sounds broken.
Yes, yeah, they
Yep.
would.
Free orb too. Get closer to another Armageddon. Phenomenal round here.
I'm sad
Those-
now.
Those entry kills were stunning.
Have you seen because Nova lost to Tech? The
Yeah.
FPX EDG
Give
game,
themselves now a
FPX can
six-round
be
win.
out of playoffs or finish first.
Still have
Yep,
that lockdown
Yep.
available.
it's
Charges
kind
away
of crazy.
from Armageddon as well.
Dude, that
How the
group
fuck did
is.
Nova lose to
I mean-
Tech? What is going on? That might be the
It's
biggest
2-0
throw of all
too.
time.
You know,
Why does everything
last year.
always line up perfectly for EDG?
Thrifty's still seemingly in Gen G's
What
blood.
did they
Isn't that
do?
crazy, though?
Changes coming through.
They do. Like, how does that
Well, I
happen?
mean, you still got Texture, Munchkin, Kara.
Like Nova, all you have
And
to
they're
do
all
is
nasty
beat
with the
Tech.
sheriff. Ash getting involved. I'm sure Foxy's no slouch.
Okay, but Tech, like when they have a good game, they have a really good game.
Through the dart, yeah.
It's just not very often.
not really
They're
much you can do
somehow
to
3
contest
and
that
2.
at this point.
It's crazy.
See what
Yeah.
the timing is and which direction he goes with
They're
the
just
drone.
inconsistent, man.
Smoke. Karan expecting the
Tech
execute.
have been insane.
Setting up the util for
Bro,
it.
it's a retirement home.
Again,
See, but this is the
GE
problem you
so
run into,
scared
right?
that there's
Like,
gonna be players
you're waiting
inside
for
of those
this
smokes
smoke
because
because
of
you
what
don't
they
have a
saw
great way
early.
of getting through this
Has
smoke.
to respect that.
This smoke fades.
Minute
Now
left
you'll
on the
walk
clock.
up here. Drone will see
Foxy
you.
hasn't really
And then
seen
you
much.
go wait for this smoke.
Just
And
the
then by the
Cypher
time you
spotted
wait
by
for
the
that
drone.
smoke, there's another smoke.
But there's 3 players here.
If
This could be tough
FPX
for
defeat
Global
EDG or
Esports.
EDG out, no,
Alright, time
EDG won't be
he's
out of
been jiggling.
playoffs. There's no
Now
way
he's
for them
staying
to be
tough.
out.
Wall goes up, shield.
But FPX could
raised,
be the first
paranoia,
seed, or they
blocks
could
in
be a
place.
fifth.
Darion was
And
looking
be
to
out of
go there.
playoffs.
Hit the updraft.
Or they
Now
could be
Util
anywhere
has
in
been
between
burned.
as well.
GENG just slamming the door here in
But if
Global
they win
Esports
2-0,
space.
they'll be first seed.
Foxy's still stagnant in case they go for another late pivot. And walks forward into the smoke right into Munchkin. Yotan
Okay,
doing well.
killing
Go ahead,
Munchkin
trade
is
one
actually
back.
quite big.
The crossfire
Have a
set up
chance.
is
There you go.
broken. Yotan finding one. Texture sliding
No
into his
smoke, no
demise.
win.
Oh, the instant trade on
Foxy's just
Munchkin's
gonna go, guys,
huge.
What happened here?
As soon as you kill Munchkin, they have a chance.
Yeah,
That is-
yeah.
Crazy that Global's able to break through that. That is pretty
Again,
well
these
set up by
A-hits not
Gen G.
looking great, but
Just good firepower there. Everybody
if they can
sticking
kill
together.
Munchkin, they're in a good spot.
coming through at the same time, watching the proper angles, and
Is
they all
Munchkin
hit their
going now?
shots.
Probably because he doesn't realize
The dominoes
that
just
he
fall.
is important.
I mean,
Ah,
that
Nebed
looked
is
like it had
now
Gen G written all over
404. The dream of finishing
but
first,
sometimes
I think,
you can
is
just
somewhat
fight your way
cooked.
out of those bad spots.
This guy's averaging over 100
shooting
points.
can
That's pretty
Get
crazy.
you those big round wins that you desperately need with the economy being the way it is for Global Esports. That is huge. Yudotan's gonna have his ult going into the
It
next
was
round.
Fizzy who was here earlier?
There's a
saying they
lot
were
to be scared of
first?
for Gen
But you're
G.
not first.
Yeah, they have a lot of ults too. But that kill contract can be a difference maker. No matter what you've got to throw
You're
at
second.
GE fighting back a bit.
Friend of mine is
Potential.
44th, and he doesn't even
Run
watch
this all the way to a
TMV.
6 and
This
6
guy,
half and try to
Doc
recover.
Jeppa?
We'll take a look back. I mean, yeah, sure. The spray down on a Munchkin.
Ooh.
Expected, but yeah, really nice. Crisp shot from Yudotan.
Why doesn't he watch TMV? Tell him he could learn a thing or two from watching
Three
TMV. How
more,
about
super
that?
good.
Yeah.
Tell him he
Hard
could be
to disagree
higher
with
if he
that,
fucking
considering,
took
just the
some
pace
time
that has
to
been
watch
set so
TMV.
far. It's been 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
And considering there's only 3 more rounds in the half.
Well, yeah.
But he's absolutely correct. They could get it to 6-6. I mean, they probably feel pretty comfortable on their defender's side here.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
Spike down A.
pattern might just be continuing.
Oh, no.
It's continuing.
That was a nice little set
Well,
play
Gen
from
G's
Gen
just
G.
say, okay, we dropped that one. Let's go for a crunch play.
Who could have predicted
Ash
this?
gets taken down, and the pace, the change up here, completely catches Global Esports off guard.
Sure.
First guy
Caught
only
me off
has
guard.
3 MEA, so he won't be
And
killed.
those were deep kills.
1.
That was outside
Two.
of A Garden.
I'll take a
Good
look
point.
back.
It's a good point.
I mean, maybe. I think the replay officer.
Well, second,
They're
what's
trying to figure
Fizzy
out what
at?
happened. Yeah, they weren't ready for the replay button.
Down A.
1,
Salva finding Yudotan, yeah.
2, 3. Oh, hold
He's
on. They
way
both
out in
fucked it.
Narnia.
Well, if Global
Hold on, I
Esports is
didn't
one of those
consider
rounds
that.
you
I
want to
might
try
win.
to shrug off. Crystal saying, okay, let's get 2 more, and it's really good.
Yeah, just keep saying that. The issue is the economy still never really rolling for Global Esports. Genji's sitting on a fair amount. Karan loses
Nice
the battle to
Yudotan.
Yudotan. Nice step up, and he's still got the double
Gonna be the grab
tap.
on the Munchkin.
Yep.
Texture arriving, and again just swinging out. Loses the fight. Wow. Yudotan finds Munchkin. 5v2.
Nice, Global.
Foxy and Ash, I mean, do you even try to make a go of this?
Spike.
Kelly's is still on a lurk.
Well,
It might be all gonna farm NRG tomorrow.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
actually today
Yep.
for me? Or is it
No.
tomorrow? Good question.
Well,
it the
you will
second
make
game?
it a little
I
bit
think
more
it is.
costly by finding
is
the 2
tomorrow.
eliminations, but that is going to be Global Esports getting themselves
I love
up
Paper
to
X. I
4.
want G to
Potential for that
lose.
7 and 5. Still not quite as hard hitting on this attack as you would like it to be, given the double.
I actually think this might be a slightly better defense comp, to be honest. Because you can push up Darion on A. If Darion has a decent half, they actually have a chance. The Problem is, how are they gonna flood across the sea? It just doesn't work. This comp, like the Yori gives you so much. Like this, it just doesn't work. How are we doing here? 5-6. Let's go, FPX. You can do this. You can eliminate DRG. Imagine Paper Rex go on a run. I don't think they will.
So who do you think is actually
Go
the
ahead.
strongest team in Pacific right now?
Up
Texture
and play though.
Keep up.
Holy
Yep,
fuck,
texture
what a
with the op.
question.
And
Dare I say it?
holds the boot, so
Dare you say
Genji
it?
has an opportunity.
Dare
Be
I
responsible
say
for their downfall.
Valorant, except
Can
they don't win.
Stop GE's fearsome
What was that song?
pushes.
Gio, the Borussia Dortmund of Valorant. Except they don't
Wise
win.
there from
that's all.
Darion. Don't want to aggress any further forward off the
What-
back.
what
of
would
that
you
alarm
say?
bot. Senses that there's
I'm
likely
a little
trap being set
torn.
up off the back of it.
The
A lot of
thing
that has
is
been
like,
obviously the name of the game.
man.
Most killjoys, of
You
course.
want to
but
say it?
the op holding such a tight.
No,
aim.
I mean, no, I think that's the
Boom,
easy
boom,
answer.
boom, boom. I want you in my room.
Backs away.
That's what you want to say.
How much did they get to see though? Curious if they were able to identify this. Texture still playing up close, but
Oh no.
it's gonna be more than
Come
enough.
on,
Finds
Globe.
the
I don't
area.
know if you. Oh,
Elias trying to go on this
I
lurk.
I don't know if you can
Ashley
count
looking
out
at that.
the.
TP now gonna be
I
canceled.
think like DRX.
As
I mean, I think
These-
it's
these
close. It's
paywalls
better to
are
say
dog
that
Bit
it's
of
shit.
an island. 40 seconds now remaining in the round.
Why would you leave a little gap
Ash
there?
contains the cipher back.
And
Salvos
not
the
use
ready
your
footprint to
salvos
be
at the
heard.
same time.
that
Holy
was
fuck.
pretty bad.
Primed.
30 seconds left.
Bounce forward, paranoid coming
Oh.
across.
How have you
It's
still won that
such
fight
close
though?
angles that Ash is able to go ahead.
All
get
bait.
vision. Kelly's taking
All
it
part of
down.
the plan.
Musket finding one, finding two. And that is going to be the cleanup coming through as GENG get themselves up.
Didn't they only? Oh, they won the one round on A. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but they literally the one where they killed Munchkin, they won. Every other round they got destroyed. Where would you put Nongshim right now? Pause. Maybe you didn't hear me.
You know, that would be the craziest story though.
Oh.
If RRQ finally gets their break. They beat T1.
What, now that
You
you're
know,
off
they-
the train?
No, not that part, but they get close to winning Pacific, and then it's Boom who takes them down. Wouldn't that be something? It's just like, we will never be the best Indonesian team.
That would
Oh,
be
man.
that would be quite cruel almost. I mean, but aren't RRQ all RRQ have to do is beat Secret, no, in their first seed.
Yes. Yeah. No, they both of them would be very, very, very good positions to go to Masters Toronto because they would only need to win one. But it would still be funny if like RRQ still couldn't lift
They've
the
only
trophy.
got to beat Secret. No, this would be very Secret. They're gonna pull a fucking Nova and lose
Yes.
to Secret. Is what they're gonna do, and then flame out.
That would also
That
be
can't be a
very
three-way
funny.
tie. There can't be a three-way tie because T1 and
I think
Talon play
there's
each other.
Plenty of capable players on this team.
Someone's got to win,
Putting it all
and they beat
together.
them both.
It's been a bit of a
And even if there was a three-way
tricky
tie,
affair.
they beat them
Karan
both,
and
so they'd
Yudokan
still be
exchanging
first
some
seed.
damage.
Assuming they beat Secret.
Karan took the brunt end of that. Down to 20 HP. This is all seemingly set up for a B hit. Poppy. Now Crystal.
If you
sliding
have
over
flashback in
Watch.
VFL, well, I talked to Alumi about it because he thought that it was
Fire
just a
exchange,
roster
smoke comes
move,
down for Poppy, and
but I had to
Smelling
tell him that it
angles for
wasn't,
them
and that he
GG right now
benched
are
himself for health reasons.
Quite scathed.
I don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't like that crossfire either.
I think for this
bot
split,
the
we might have to
opportunity
be
they need
lenient
to
with
go over to
people,
A, but
and then for
instead,
next split,
they're
we might just say,
expecting
if your
some kind of
player
pressure
doesn't
alert,
play,
potentially out
unlucky.
through mid.
I would love to
Says a
implement like a
lot.
bench system where you can get one of your
Just
players off the
tucked
bench.
away,
That would
waiting
be
for the
cool as well,
turret.
but I'm not sure
Swings,
how
though, actually
possible that
for
is.
it. Just happens to hit the
Again,
God
I
timing on
don't
it.
code shit, so I don't know.
Munchkin Karan still
Why watching good
41
Valorant?
HP between the two of them.
Good is
Could be at
subjective.
risk. Darren seeing a shoulder.
I'd say
pops
this
the
is
back
okay
away.
Valorant that we're watching right
In
here.
the sewer, nothing spotted now. I know you're going to be sent. Relay into the corner. Texture looking to try to get the shutdown. Finds Crystal, but Darion.
They have to
Crystal
win
the
this
Sheriff,
Crystal though, Global.
Finds him. It's Foxy. Intercepting into B. Somehow gets the fight. 10 health remaining. I mean, GENG, they're in absolute tatters, but they have the player advantage. Munchkin out, flush against the walls. The plant comes in. And has Ash here for a bit of backup. Swing forward, Poppy collects them both.
One enemy remaining.
30 health between the two, and Charon is just so damn crisp.
Goodness.
Both pistols here for the side of GENG, 9-4.
Man, a lot of back and forth, not just in terms of the rotations for
That's the
GENG,
Varys.
but
Thanks for the
how
34
the round
months.
felt like it was going to go. That's a great
Go
paranoia
find
from
another
Charon.
duelist to play a role,
Connected
to string along.
right on top
With
of
all
Crystal.
your chokes, you're
And the
still
early
very
recognition here from
lovable.
GENG
I
with
toured
that
the lights,
crossfire, able to
so
bait
many
that out
grand
onto the B
finals.
site, allowed
The
them to ship
PRX, forever ago. Bon Iver.
over there. Doesn't necessarily find Kelly S initially, but eventually gets
Thank
there.
you, Tavares.
That opens up that B site just enough, but weak health, and looked like for a moment maybe Poppy was going to want to have one of his classic clutches. Couldn't quite come through.
And Gwonkle out of fucking nowhere.
Tejo on the other side.
More like Gwonk
So juicy.
W. 10 gifted.
Used to play with Darion.
True.
Holy fuck. So, someone's having a
Over
good
in China.
Sunday.
Very happy about that.
Plant now coming in. Smoke falling. Tailwind
Can't spell
forward.
Gwonkle
Darren
without
Ryan
W.
trap there.
Tyree Andre, thanks for the
coming away with
34 months as
two. There's
well.
Poppy. He's able to do the same. Flank around the back though. Foxy9 will go ahead. Puts him down.
Gwonkle's a
GENG,
weatherman.
2 players lost.
Is that true?
I believe 1 weapon.
And
Gonna be left
Gretna P
behind.
with
Close
35
out the
months.
Hello,
Tico.
kiddo. How's
I mean,
life?
this is just
My life's okay. How's yours, Gretna?
classic GENG. Kind of wait for your
Gwonkle's a
moment.
weatherman. That's
Get
so
to the
cool.
site, set up the crossfires.
And Flip the Stone, thanks for the 5 months as well.
Let's go GE, you'll win Pearl.
Crisp shooting.
Not too
love those
shabby,
one-tap
says
guns.
Fantasy.
Go for the head. Win the rounds. Easy money.
I like Kretna's
Couple
monthly check-ins.
Guardians. Surprisingly, Munchkin not one of them. As the Bulldog. Foxy as the Phantom. The full rifle. And everybody from GE, well, 3 players from GE going over towards C.
See, the problem with this as well, right? When you play the Yoru,
Shock dart lobbed in.
you know, you can go for this super aggro here and then
contact off
TP
that.
across. When you don't have the Yoru and it's a jet instead,
Reach
like
bars
the
steady.
Neon version is better than this because at least the Neon can run across. This way, you're just missing so much.
Playing around with
Like,
the
because if you
ideas on
show
the
aggro
beat.
A, they know they
Certainly
can just
would've been
run
his
C.
demise.
Him and Texture were so close.
Might be able to find a solid flank timing though.
Can't believe
Here's a
Gwonkle's a
drone coming
weatherman.
out that might make him think
That's,
that he's got enough
I think
opportunity.
Weatherman is quite a
Goes
cool
smoke over
job.
first though. They're already in ahead of this. The plant coming through.
Like a Weatherman, like
Network
actual
position,
on
setting out the paint
TV
here.
Weatherman,
It looks like
or
Charon
just like
just go ahead.
just someone
TP
who
out, he's
predicts
gonna go into the
weather.
spawn. And he's likely to get caught. Kelly S is in a solid position. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
okay, they
scoop
can
that
win this
kill.
now. You can win this.
Time though.
Opportunity. Trying to
Nice,
get back into this
Udaton.
here. Is Udaton able to find one? Nano
Playing
swarm
for
for
full
delay.
delay.
Poppy on the
Playing
peak.
for missiles.
Munchkin
Gotta
gonna
get on
take
it.
Down. Salvos now.
Oh, no.
Layer it in.
They should
GENG
just have
still
time, I
Try
think.
to play delay as much as they possibly
they stay.
can. Foxy9 now eliminated.
Let's go.
The cleanup is there. Defuse can come through. Global
I'm not
Esports
Hollywood enough for the
with a
broadcast. Oh,
flawless
that's sad.
anti-bonus.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, with how cleanly GENG was able to
Soon to be unemployed
through
because
and
of
get that
Elon,
plant
though. Is
down,
that actually true?
it looked like it might be a pretty difficult round, but Kelly S reads that off.
See,
the
you would have
rip.
thought, like,
That's where Charon had gone.
imagine,
Shuts that
right?
down.
You become a
And
weatherman.
they're just cleaning out
You're
the
like,
players.
well, people always
would
need
you
to know
rate
what the weather's gonna be.
The 4
There's
Korean
always a
Sentinels.
market for people knowing what the weather's gonna
How
be.
would you? In what
Composition
order
that
would
they're
you rate
going
them?
against,
If we're
what
counting
those
freeing as
post plants
the
are gonna
Sentinel
look
for
like, of course,
DRX.
with the Tejo Util
The Korean
and
what?
Nano swarms and all that.
The Sentinels.
delay, just
So
extra
Foxy9,
roll the
freeing,
whole
Meteor,
time.
and Margaret.
Foxy
Global
9
Esports, very nice.
freeing. Counting
Bonus.
freeing?
Texture slow walking up. And
I mean, I think we should, because that looked like it was the original plan. And he used to be a Sentinel main.
Player advantage now here for the side.
I mean freeing's the best player.
GENG still trying to push forward, but
Oh yeah, over Meteor?
now
Oh no,
Power's
Meteor's the
gonna be
best
picked
player.
off. Poppy, I thought for a second we're
I
just
forgot
gonna go
about
ahead and
Meteor
stick
for a
that one.
second
We
there.
might as well have.
Too busy thinking about
Match
Margaret.
completely pinned in.
Obviously, Meteor. Then Free.
Uh-huh.
Double tap
Uh-huh.
expiring. It's done now.
Then Margaret.
At
Foxy 9.
risk, and we'll get a headshot and take him
Oh,
out.
okay. We're lined
There's
up.
no matter
What,
what
you,
Foxy
you
9
wouldn't
can't
put,
catch a
you would
break.
put Foxy 9 above Margaret? You hate your own team?
No, I put Margaret
Go
over
ahead.
Foxy 9, but I was just wondering if that was a me thing or
The plan, the paranoia,
or an
gonna send
objective
it, goes
thing.
to the peak. Getting pressured here. Double swing
No
around.
way.
Silence.
There's no way,
The fadeaway
Global.
shot
There's
with the
no
Red Bull
fucking
Plus
way you
Dash
just
with the
lost
4K.
that. This guy isn't even that good.
Delivers a
What do you mean this
heartbreaking
guy's not even
round
that good?
to the doorstep of
Hey,
Global
Walter
Esports.
dog shit.
Oh my god. This was such a nice round for GE, Kelly S, and Yudotan. Just shutting
Dude.
down
How have you lost
these
this?
dry pushes from the side of GENG. But then
Oh,
Ash
I mean,
He's
clean
revealed as
shot,
well. He's
though.
gets
revealed.
tagged up too. They have the
Jump,
spot. and
Pappy,
they
jump,
just walk
jump
through
across
last
that.
one through the box onto
Dude.
Crystal. Ridiculous. Oh,
I mean,
no.
really good shots, though.
That tripwire
Yeah, it's
really
good
weird
shots,
from
but you should
Kelly
never
S
lose
too.
a 4v1 when he's
Oh, great.
revealed.
No,
That
you.
last round.
That is a little cheeky one.
Yeah.
Harder to identify. Poppy on the push up, and Munchkin will collect one, tucks back behind the smoke, eats him quite a bit of damage here.
If he gets out of here, that's
Critically,
crazy.
he's
Kill
Oh my
him!
gosh, they're gonna let him. What? Why?
Kill him!
To deal
Dude,
with
they're
against
so
GENG.
scared.
Kill
These
him!
toxic
Yeah, because they
screen
can't
Munchkins play
flash
around
through
it.
it. You know what? If
I
you
like
have a
that
Yoru there,
Global
you
Esports
kill
wants
him.
to get proactive. Try to make sure that he can't set up those lurks. Because that opens
It's
up
over, man.
the C
It's
side
so
of the map
over.
a lot more for GENG.
Marion having to go big, but will just
The
be
Viper
sat down.
value.
Carrying forward from the previous round. The cut at the ready. Yudotan popping the
Would you
shield.
say texture has been a little
Setting up the wall.
underwhelming this year?
See,
Compared to
forward,
last
turns
year,
six
yeah.
Down in the sewer, the double tap, however, getting ready to expire. His
I
back,
say that
face
be-
back
I
over
say it
now,
that way
in
be-
towards
just
main, and
because-
Ash just does not lose.
I
Texture
I was
bullseye.
overly
He's up in
impressed
arms
last
about
year
it.
because I was always in the minority that
Yes, around from the back.
didn't like
Find
put him
Munchkin, the neural
that
depth now
high
gonna be
on the
tested.
Korean duelist
Reveals
list.
coming out, Crystal.
And to me, last year was like, oh, you've like proven me entirely wrong type of year.
Natural face
So-
forward just to go ahead and clear that out. Gets pinged.
I
Caron.
think Global are
But
gonna
if you think about it, though, objectively speaking, even last year,
Coming through.
like he was
Foxy now
rather up
swooping
and
all the way
down
around silently,
compared to how the
creeping up
team was
over
doing.
towards long, and I don't think they have a read on this one whatsoever. Now
One enemy remaining.
the Rude Awakening comes through, and that's just going to be util in hand from
no.
Crystal, not realizing that he's
yeah.
already pushed forward onto the site. GENG are now going to be up to map point.
Just madness here. I mean, Global Esports has been so close in some of these rounds, and then at the very last moment, things just go awry. Ash in the previous round, this time Foxy 9 with the late lurk. Ash again hitting a great shot to open things up. Kelly S gets his ult, puts it to good use.
One enemy
They just
remaining.
weren't quite ready. So the other Sentinel
I wanted to see a full screen of Texture's reaction.
just losing his mind after he gets shot.
I just don't think you can play this comp. I just don't think it's a comp that can realistically work. Come on, FPX. 9-8. You're still in it. You have a chance. Wait, but yeah, all these guys are fucked. Does anyone have like a good EMEA team? These people. No. Okay, this guy's cooking. Okay, this guy, who are you? Who are you there?
But yeah, going back to it, yeah, I think texture looks a little
Oh,
underwhelming.
Chestnut.
You know, the neon's not, you know, it's
No,
gotten
I'm good.
better,
I'm
but
good.
it's
I can
not
beat all
world
these people in week
class.
6. Apart from that one guy. This guy's got Durka. How's he even doing well? I have no EMEA players. I'm fucked. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cut. I might
Actually
finish
losing
first.
his marbles.
I actually might finish
Crystal
first
with
because of
the-
that.
Glass cannon. Well, and he pays the price.
Because in that last week,
Solid read.
I'm gonna be
GENG, they
pretty
know
far
what the
ahead.
economy is going to look like, so the Outlaw.
Also, why was
comes
Guankle
into
gifted
play,
10
Munchkin
subs if he's
immediately
about to
gets
get
value off
fired
of
by
it.
Elon?
For sure.
Tough
I
situation
heard what
for
Chober
Global
said.
Esports
He
to
said
be in.
that he was putting an endpoint
There
on
might have
texture
been
being
some legs
underwhelmed.
to this defender's side. GENG kicked him out from underneath him. Foxy just going to be holding the line over on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, the main forces of the black and gold are setting up for the A hit, and it is wide open for the taking. Yudotan does have his ult, so retake definitely doable if you can get to the right positions. You know, if he can find his, the other players swarm through, get their kills.
Full retake against
There you go.
Viper.
Well, not necessarily who you want to pull forward. See if you can win the fight. Shield broken. Karan. Just an absolute monster. Relay to try to delay here. Darian dashing forward. Does get stunned up, I do
But
believe.
again,
Stuck
why are you
within the
playing
cloud
retake
burst
A
again,
against the
immediately
Viper?
as soon as it expires. Texture now. Overdrive pop. At the ready. Wanted to try to bring this
Maybe
one
it'll be
to
different
an
from the
end,
other
but
side.
They will just get shut down. A bit too silly.
I mean,
with it.
I think this is just a
There's just nothing more to be done here.
GENG picked
Spray
Haven. You
through.
didn't have a
Kill's gonna
different
be
comp
found.
ready.
Karan with the 3K.
What can you do?
GG. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, I'm gonna put on this game.
Did make a mistake. I am a dumbass. FPX do not have flank watch, which is why EDG have been able to creep up on them. The Cypher is actually on the other team, which now does not make it a surprise, the fact that EDG has been able to make so many aggressive lurks and flanks, because there's no way for FPX to counter it other than putting a body there.
Yeah, and that is kind of it. That's why Yosemite has been sitting there, but there's only so much you can do. But this time now, you'd been mentioning how good the Yoru ultimate was for the control. Yosemite again has had that control. No fade utility beat coming through, and the right click there is just enough to tell Yosemite where nobody is.
Any
And
aim?
that's actually going to work out pretty phenomenally
Where's Kankan?
for
He's
them. We
playing
do see the ult
ISO.
to try and get into
What
the
the fuck are they
backline.
playing?
Shenny's able to pick up Autumn, but in this double swing, you're not going to have the advantage. The swings and the trades are back and forth and
What's
back
going
and
on
forth.
when FBX are
Chichu
playing the
knows
more
where Shrimp
normal
is because
comp?
of that info, and finally, the Spike's going to try and get defused. It's a clutch headshot with the stick.
It's not there.
Let's go,
It's not.
FPX.
See the info. Oh, the idea of coulda,
Okay, I'm gonna
woulda,
go fill my
shoulda,
water.
maybe. They
You
would
can,
have just had
keep
the
watching
time
this
if they
for a bit.
stuck it, but there is absolutely no way to know.
Oh my days, just too much happening in such a fast lane there. Oh my days, a chaotic round to say the least. Jenny trying their best, but Chichu following them up as well, and yet it will finally work out for FPX. These shots, it's really got to be said, A and Yosemite have been a powerful duo.
And it's part of the reason why FPX are so close in this game. It's not a match that we're expecting to be this close, but FPX definitely in a position where they can win this one out. A few good rounds, a few good combinations, and this might be the turning point. They paid out a little bit of utility, but it's Kang just waiting. The spray will only get one. And now the Armageddon to lead the charge through as EDG are already retaking. The Spike's not even down, but they're already on the site, and they are destroying the remnants of FPX and cementing their dominance over them.
Oh my days, just as you thought there was going to be a little breathing part in that round, everyone at one moment decided, nope, this is Operation Go time, and it is just frag after frag. The Armageddon not getting too much value, the Yoru very much operating as the Silva drone, Kang trying his best, and look at that sea of green. A trying to find something, but just isn't aware of that last man standing on the A site.
Valuable information, I think, given over to FPX now. IGL going to be looking at this and thinking, if we put pressure towards one site, EDG are going to overcommit, so a potential fake could be huge here.
I think that's very wise. I think that is indeed, but they have to play for this overtime, essentially. You've lost Yosemite again. That Viper's pit, this is the problem with some of those controllers.
No,
particularly
EDG.
Viper, is if you just keep getting shut down, that ult is going to follow you to your grave, much like life shall do as well.
And now the salvo going to be used to clear out some space. The utility spam is there, but it catches absolutely nobody. And FPX, as they lose space on the map. They lose positions that they can take. Just feel claustrophobic.
Silence now. Falling upon the rest of the map. It's only a 3 versus 5. You don't have anything other than the From the Shadows. The smokes being popped as well. Smoggy having the idea of where the remaining members of FPX are. It's going to come down to this swing. There's one, there's two. It's enough just to force Smoggy out of position, and actually no frags just yet.
The paranoia stalling them out as well gives just enough time for Chichu and Jenny to flank behind and pretty much force a play onto this site. FPX are going to have to commit, but they have nothing to do it with.
1, 2, 3. As simple as A, B, C. A beautiful, solid double kill from the Outlaw, and the positioning as well. This means now we either go to Fracture with a 1-0 lead for EDG, or FPX bring it back to a hell of an overtime.
I mean, it would definitely be one hell of an overtime.
If we got a player who
Feels
didn't play
very
like Flashback, who just had to
right
deal
now.
with the
They're
0
just
points, so we
getting
get the
every
point.
pick that
Right.
they look
So,
for, and
right
FPX
now, we're in flux a little bit. We were in chaos. Because I think that Illumi wanted to have it so that if you're part of a 6-man roster, unlucky. But if there was like a genuine reason, then you get
Like
the
to see it. I
you
mean,
get the
that,
points
I'm
of the
pretty certain
like for
we've
instance
had
like
that
Death,
Vipers pip
right?
online from Yosemite
Then you
since,
get
like,
the
the
points of the
fourth,
sub
maybe
player.
fifth round of this second half,
I
and
think,
it has been very close.
in my
So it comes
opinion,
down
for
to that
this
as well.
split,
Speaking of what
we
it
should
comes down
probably
to,
just
there's
give
a
you the
certain
sub points
arena
player.
that I'm sure Kang
But I
would
think
like
in the
to welcome one
future,
of the members of FPX2. You might as well pop it now, or at the very least
we
pop
might
it this
just
round and
say
get the space
unlucky.
as we commit to this A site.
I would
did
like,
hear
yeah,
the
the best
podcast,
solution
they
would
know
be
there's
that your
members there.
bench
4
player
players
comes on.
holding this B site. This would be one heck of a prediction if FPX decides to pivot. But A has been working for them. They have been able to get the site. The issue is always holding it in the post plan.
Well, the issue is Chichu just has such an official documentation, a license to own this site, and I believe he's going to flash it in front of FPX, only good for one. Meanwhile, the Deathmatch arena
FPX
has been resolved. The frags are going either way. This Viper's Pit, tempting to be popped from Yosemite. I mean, in theory, you should, because you're the only one.
How have you not killed him, bro?
But instead of the person to drop Yosemite,
GG.
and that shall be.
But yeah, I ideally, and I don't know how easy that would be to code, you could get someone off the bench and you would, like, you know, order your bench 1, 2, and 3. So you'd go like bench slot 1, 2, 3. And like your first bench player would come off instead. That would be the best way of doing it, obviously, because then that gives you more choice, right? Like you know, in general game design of any game, whether it's this game or like just games in general, giving people more agency over their, you know, whatever it is good, because then they only can have themselves to blame if it goes wrong, and they'll feel good if it goes right. The name is Akamask Colonia on Twitch. Where did they get the Castle stream to cast on? You'll have to ask Magnum, I guess. Because he's the one that's fucking running this shit. What was the question? Where did you get the Castellus feed from, Magnum? It was in the YouTube. Watch this. This better not be have any copyright shit in it.
Boom! 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 Let's go!
That was quite funny. So yeah, if you take a look at Pacific then. So Boom are the 1 seed, no matter what. And they play DFM, so they should win that game as well. They should go 5-0. 5 big booms for 5-0. RRQ play Team Secret, and they as long as they beat Team Secret, they will be the 1st seed. Because T1 and Talon play each other. I mean, again, even if these 3 tied, it wouldn't matter. I guess they could tie with... I guess the way that they do lose out... The only way I think RRQ... If RRQ lost, and T1 won, they wouldn't be the 1 seed. If RRQ lost, T1 lost, Talon lost this week but won next week, Nongshim win, I think that would make you 3-2 as well. You could have a 5-way 3-2. Wait, could you? You'd have to beat Talon and lose to no, you would be 2-3. You could have a 4-way 3-2 tie. Talon is not losing to Zeta. Especially with a sub as well. That would be pretty rough. But yeah, I could actually finish first. Considering that a lot of the people... Only one person above me has like... You've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 6, sorry. But you can get to 8. So this guy here... Vedant Shaven 0153 is 8 points ahead of me and has a good enough team. Now, possibly other people will overtake me as well. Where's Sideshow now? He must have had a terrible week. He's 151. He's on 60 points. Trent got him 30 of those 60. There's a TMV. My VFL is a bit fucked due to Estrella being an initiator. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do about that. Like, what do you mean? Like, Estrella's listed as an initiator because that's what he played before. Like, it just is what it is. Like, yeah, you just have to deal with it. Can I check your disaster, Nanofool? Okay, sure. You're 2,849. You've got anyone who had... Oh, man. Durka Zoo. That is a dreadful week. 26 points. 26 points with 1 to play is a pretty dreadful week. Okay, I mean, Munchkin is in the process of playing, so he could get more points than Will. But that is... Who's dead last? There'll be someone who's on like 0 who just made the team
We
this
want to
week.
win is Global Esports. Running this one back. It's time to start. Sheriff in hand. Ghosts across the board for the rest of Global Esports.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we've
this
got
attacking
10,000
side
people, so the hope is
feels
that
like
by
it might be a
stage
little rough
2,
for them. We'll have to see. You only have,
you know, hopefully we
Kelly
can
S's
have like,
flash.
you know, a
Nobody else
good
has any
10,000 people play from the start. That would be
Second
nice.
kill, but Ash able to avoid taking damage. Will just be the trade out here. So Killjoy.
I doubt we'll
for
get up to
Neon
20k, but yeah, we might be able to get up to like
overall.
15 or something.
Could be taking that one. As Darian dashing forward, shifts up, but Foxy 9 striking, shifts over now, grabs that ghost. Suddenly it's going to be Global Esports held at bay.
He's gonna get the orb. Oh, what a... Oh, my God. The timing there.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
timing on
looking
that.
great.
Good
Still,
flash.
though,
What's combo they playing here?
it was found.
Double Senti again?
So now
But double Senti with Jet, I mean, it
Crystal
just doesn't
and
work.
Puppy
Like, the,
try to get themselves back into this one.
none of this
Swing
makes
out,
any
the
sense.
headshot is in. Crystal now all alone. To try to turn
Yeah,
the
if we
tides
could
of this
use email,
pistol.
I mean, I want to
Boys,
have email
GENG
in it.
looking to once again,
Again, I
start
don't know
off the
how
map
easy
here
that
with
is.
a win.
We might get,
Go
is Twitch on there as
3-0
well? I think I
pistols
saw
and-
that.
Yeah, Charon.
Like, we might
Go ahead
add
and
Twitch
scoop up
into it
3K.
soon as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, email
Pretty clean
obviously would be
stuff.
the best.
I mean, the early trade sends
Tell me
everybody over
elevator's
to the other
clueless.
side of the map.
No, I just think
Try to
Darion can't play
break
Yoru
in.
when it's
You know,
costing him.
Darion dashes through. He's instantly shut
Thoughts
down
on
the
pistol
util there
around
to stall
Killjoy
the
Sheriff? On attack
players
side, it's
behind.
fine.
See the
On
nano.
defense side, I'd say you're trolling. On
And,
attack side, I think it's fine.
That's round over. There's maybe a moment where if that flash doesn't fully connect onto Poppy, he might be able to kill.
The thing is, I
Foxy,
know
and
that
then
if
maybe
if
things get a
Darion
little
could
bit
play
different, but
Yoru,
Instead, it's
Elevated is the biggest fucking Yoru fan in the world.
smooth sailing
So I
there
know that
for
they would.
GENG again, undefeated in the
Elevated loves
pistol so
Yoru.
far, 3 for 3.
He's always loved Yoru.
Trying to Still 3 for 3 on the bonuses.
So I think this is just about like
Up there for a second. I thought he was going to be able to go ahead and absolutely feast. Instead, it's going
what
to be
Darion
Munchkin.
can play rather than anything else.
So that Ghost who's going to be timings now, and suddenly we're into a 2v2. Weapons going to be scooped
Munchkin,
up.
hello?
Guardian here
Yeah,
for
what?
Crystal.
Hello,
Full
Munchkin.
HP.
What?
What was going on there?
Players from Gen G shifting over into position.
He thought they were playing.
Notice
He thought he was
still
playing Skyrim and could just
Is on
sneak after
Uniton
having a
and
fight.
Crystal to try to figure out
Sneak away.
how they get themselves back into this round.
This is quite curious. You're just trying to guess what the other team is going to do, how they're going to react off the back of that fight where even damage is done. Crystal with a Guardian, though. That is scary. Foxy 9.
Did I watch the T1 RQ match? I didn't
sitting with
watch
a Marshall, but he's sliding over
the
to
first two maps.
Waterfall.
I watched the
Checking to
third
see if
map
maybe there was
whilst
a player
in bed.
lurking through there, still close enough to his util.
I thought
on
RQ
sight.
on the third map. I mean, I'm just going to assume
No,
that T1's Icebox
but
continues
not
to
in
be
position
quite
to do
bad.
anything to stop this plant. Well,
that-
maybe now, because now they're changing direction.
They're looking to try to make this a fake, but if
But they have
footsteps
to
are going to
run.
be heard here.
Oh, did he hear him?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then the
no.
double back comes through.
Oh no.
But you have to
God.
run, so like, why?
Looking to
Yeah, what's the
really
point of this?
upset their day.
One enemy
That
remaining.
headshot is so
Oh,
damn
no.
fast.
He knows he's weak.
But
Roadman with a gift to how many
Foxy
subs
keeps
for
bunny hopping in there.
Topix?
And just run back across.
How
go
many
get a
subs for
Guardian or
Topix?
Whatever.
Topix.
Foxy just sprinting forward. Karen will get the defuse to half. Pauses.
I mean, I think I've got quite
And all
weird
the time in the
to be
world.
honest. But toes, I think my
Just-
toes are quite. I've just got normal toes. I don't know.
It's
what
so
to-
brutal when Karan's on.
Probably not
He's
worth
looking for the damn gun. He's
Where are
like,
the
"Where'd you
guns?"
guys drop it? Well, I was wondering where that Bulldog went too.
But my feet
Because
are
I
like,
thought it might have been dropped further up the ramp, but it was at the bottom.
like I have like a
Because I heard the
like
Bulldog
this
going,
bone
and
in
I'm
your
like,
foot.
how did
Mine is
how
quite
did that
pronounced
happen?
in my foot. It's not like that bad.
I'll start at that 3K
It's not
there
like
for
that bad,
Munchkin.
but it's like
Eventually ran out of bullets. And then Karan there.
the like
Just
bone on the top of
ready to
your
be the
foot. I have
finisher.
quite a pronounced bone on my foot.
5-0 start.
He's just so good.
That was quite a good
Decent
drawing, I thought,
damage
to be
dealt.
honest.
Yes.
As we
I was-
go
I was
into
impressed.
the bonus here for the side of Gen G, so do go ahead and
There's a TMV
reinvest
fact
a
of the
little
day
bit,
for you.
But cash-wise, they're still in a strong position.
ready. Recovering it.
Get the ult for Karan. A couple Bulldogs. Sheriff for Ash.
Pick or
We're
cap?
seeing
Why would I lie about that? Is
a
the
little
question
peek
I
out
would have
from
to ask. You.
Darion.
What would be the point of
Optic's gonna be
lying?
left to go unlingered. His best Sylvan impersonation, perhaps.
Well, they're so convinced.
Can I reduce my
This is
cam
gonna be on
size?
the other side of the
Just for
map.
that?
Oh, Poppy, if he had just started firing there through that screen,
For this round, you can have this.
would have at least found some damage on
And each time you ask, it'll get
Let's
bigger.
Try to play this out a little bit more quietly for the time being. Double stack on Art here for Gen G. Triple push into main.
Covering
Goes
ad?
on.
No, it's not. Pulsar. Red Bull gives you wings.
Dinkton take it down. Foxy having the reach and shove it. Oh my
There you go.
God, Crystal catching a stray. On the entry, Darion goes in, finds one, but he's isolated. So the rest of Global Esports just don't have it in. Texture's still lingering here on this B site. As Poppy tries to clear the way.
30
Yeah, it's
seconds
so
left.
tough. Oh, Texture.
Look, G are gonna get farmed either way. The
And,
game's
well,
over.
A magnet to Poppy's head.
They made it a little over halfway
Hey
there, but
TMV,
now
any
they
chance
have
you
to
can make
stay
the
put.
cam a bit smaller? Bro, your name
for
is
the save.
Specs.
It's gonna be
You,
our first bonus
judging by your
conversion of the
name,
day, I
you
do
need everything to
believe.
be as big as it possibly can be.
Gen G
Your name is
getting
literally
themselves a
Specs.
3-0 start.
Well, this is going to be so tough on these entries. I mean, the desk was talking about it. I was thinking about it. It's without much util to really clear space. You have to rely on Darion's entries to get the job done. And the smokes have to be perfect from your Astra. Maybe a good grab will to help set you up.
30 seconds
But
left.
if there's a trade there, you know, Darion finds one and there's a trade and you have so much stall util with Gen G. I mean, you have the nanos, you have the Astra stuff, you have the Tejo, you have the relay bolts, you have the fragment. I mean, the Gen G's comp is very well suited to stop anything that G is going to be able to try to accomplish.
I think you don't have
so
to be
far
that well
they've been
suited, to be
executing
honest.
it perfectly.
Paper thin.
Maybe trying to turn up the tempo a little bit. Pause off the back of the smoke from Karan.
Oh, foot spotted.
Taking that back.
There's a tiny little pixel there. Is Darion similarly going to get a tiny glimpse? So knows that there's going to be one hole
Can I remove the cam entirely?
on that
I
angle.
mean, I can
but
do.
Force away here. Whoa, my God, Karen just swooping in, finding two.
You know what else I can
For the
remove?
second, can't quite make it happen, but they're just both so devastatingly low. GENG just looking for the crunch, just looking for the confidence plays, and they're being rewarded for them. 28 health is all that's left, because even the drone gets canceled.
Just impeccable.
Do I think G wins the
Munchkin threw
third
a great
map?
Flash.
Covering it.
See it in the replay.
I don't
even
think
though it
that's how
doesn't
the
connect
rules
with
work,
the
buddy.
global esports players. The timing.
Just looking to pre-fire the angles here. They just split across.
30
Crystal.
seconds left.
This is
Slowly
quite
maybe
sad.
walk his way over to B to get the plant down.
It's-
It looks like that's exactly
yeah.
what he's going to do.
It's not very
Getting a
motivational.
sense of
That
this.
was
I think
classic
Ash
Joe,
might have heard
but
the
like,
footsteps.
Yeah,
I can
he
find
might
a
have actually
positive
just
here
barely
somewhere.
caught it.
No,
Things
I
coming
can't.
down. Salvo not quite going to be in position to
Fucking
disrupt it, but
Eeyore or
Texture is.
something.
Yeah.
Swoops the corner, classic in hand. It's going to be a 4-0 start now.
Yeah,
Man.
it's. There's just not. I mean, it's
so
like
difficult for global esports to
even
get
on
through.
Gen G side, there's not
that
any.
flash.
There's
Didn't
not
even
really
connect.
anything
Didn't matter. He
too
just-
exciting to watch for.
It was a timing play, and he just hit the shots anyway. Obviously, Texture with an operator is always
On a
thing
scale
to
of
be
G
feared.
winning this to C9 Fury, well, the
Smooth
same.
sailing.
I mean,
Gen
C9 Fury
G.
on map 1 was
Early
close.
timeout for global esports has to be expected.
Can I make myself a bit
mean, this is
louder? I
tough.
can make this quieter.
These
I can
are-
make
these are
this
rough-
and Shobra quieter if you'd like. I mean, this is another comp where the Yori would have been a lot better than Jet. Can I sit straight? Happy? What does that mean? In 2025, telling someone to be straight? Oh, he's popping off.
That's the spike! The overheat moment! The positioning! What a blunder! What a whiff!
An anonymous gifter with a tier 3 to Cock of Duty McXbox 69.
Try to get at least some kind of control. Nobody's within one of their ult.
Tier
You have a couple
three.
from two away from their ult.
I mean, that name is pretty good. Cock
So,
of
okay.
Duty
Able to get there.
McXbox.
Step one.
Blocking vision.
That required your dash from Darion. So now how do you get to the site? You can find ways to bait
Is Furious
Genji's
Lotus
utility.
good?
That'll help.
I mean, yeah, it's actually not too
But
bad.
Trying to dial up answers is difficult.
Problem
here.
is, there's a lot of other maps.
Certainly is. There's Munchkin getting rid of that shear wall.
What did I missed most of the T1 RQ match. I watched map 3, which was the important map.
Mid. You've got Foxy at the double door. Texture.
And RQ
back
looked good.
away.
I think T1 looked
give
like
over
they
the
did for most
opposition
of this
here.
split, though. Where I just don't, like, I picked RQ for a reason. They didn't look that convincing.
Well, this leads them
T1
in
have
towards
not
Foxy
looked
9.
convincing, in my opinion. They have relied on
Pops the
individual
nano.
moments quite a lot.
Sure
And they
what
have a
confirmation
good
he
individual
quite
team.
had there, but
But
regardless, looks to try to hold this door down. We'll be able to come away with a singular
right,
kill.
add a bit of pace into it. Thank you.
Falling. So yes, not taking too much damage here. Global still very wary about that potential push out from behind. Texture is looking to get on that line. Cosmic Divide coming through, just looking to try to lock them out of this one, but still do have some
It's a
solid,
weird Cosmic
viable
Divide.
plant options here. Push to the corner, Ash.
Spike plant.
Hold his ground, looking to re-steady here for the kill on the
Why
down.
can we
He's able
not
to find
fight together, man?
Texture now arriving in behind. Crystal cut down.
Losing to a flank with double
It's all on
sentinel.
Kelly S. Relay bolt
That's
connecting, holding him back. The defuse,
Yeah.
there's just nothing more to be done. It's not planted for him.
I mean, you just gotta save.
That's such an
I'm
unorthodox
sad now.
Cosmic Divide. Okay, well, that's the op.
Are you?
Yeah.
If it
I mean,
Were you
I
hoping
could
for
see
a
a little
little
bit
more-
popping off. He was
Cash,
fucking
cash.
angry.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
well, yeah. Did
that's
you
such
see
an
his
unorthodox
post-match
cosmic
conference
divide
last
there, and it's all
week?
because
No, I
you
didn't.
know that you have texture free
No, he
on
was
the
like,
backside.
he,
So
he
can
was
opt on the other
he
end
was
of that
talking about
cosmic
how they never
divide.
show up on map 1, and he's like, yeah,
Even
like
though
the
you
guys,
leave
you know,
that
it's,
space
I don't know what
for
it
the
is, but
plant.
it's something we need to work on. He's like,
They have plans
honestly, I'm
behind
effing
it.
tired of it, and he's
You know,
like, I'm
that was
sick of
one where
it.
I initially
I'm
looked
sick
at
of
it
us
and I'm
not
like,
showing
oh,
up for
was he
map
just a
1.
little bit off with it,
He was like,
maybe?
we're always starting
Nope.
0-1.
That was all
He was like
according
going off in the
what
post-match
they wanted to
conference. I was
do.
like, damn, he's
Still
legit
looking for a very
upset.
pacey push here. I mean, Darian just tailwinding forward to try to take space over towards Art. But similarly, again, stars get placed. Global, they take some solid early presence, some space here, but question is, how do you scale from here? 3-player approach from Art. Nebula dissipating. Foxy 9 just playing back, playing it patiently.
Bot coming back.
Maybe being rewarded with the timing, the flash out over the top. Poppy able to answer back to 2. Foxy 9 taking him down. Hunter's Fury on the hunt, gets the first pump. But
Everything they do
Foxy
feels so
will go
like
ahead and avoid the follow-up, so keeps his life intact.
feels like Genji just know,
Push now in. Kelly, yes, dead.
and they also have an aim diff.
Foxy swinging from the opposite side, finds Crystal. 6-0 start.
Well,
Oh,
you
no.
can see some of the ideas there for the side of Global Esports is to just overstack
So is
that
this
angle.
a
But Gen G is responding in
Brazil, or
kind.
is it a
And they're doing a
13-0?
great job with the push and pull. Our Gen
Oh,
G
no.
of not giving up anything for
Don't
free.
lose 13-0.
Again with that pop flash. This time it's going to get the assist for Munchkin. And part of this setup here for Global Esports was to get Crystal in a position where he could use his
Elevated
ultimate,
needs
catch
to
some
bring
Gen G
TMV into
players
the
inside
staff.
of a
Give
late,
TMV 1 hour
and
with
then
no
let
police
his
interference.
Players, you know, if he doesn't get the
What
kills,
team
let
needs
them
more
get
than
them.
an hour?
It's just not enough. Darian's got the blades. he's
No,
just
this
gonna go.
team needs more than an hour.
Same
Oh,
rule,
this team
game
needs
plan
more.
here.
Damn.
I mean, I would also
That's
need more
harsh.
than an hour, but
How quickly do they continue to push? I mean, right now, they don't know it, but the site wide open.
come on, you have
We'll
ults.
just go ahead and lock.
Ult
Down away
Dudazan,
over
win
in
the round.
Flowers.
Plant the spike.
So, site
Oh,
here
you
for the
got
side of
suppressed.
Well,
GE.
no ults for them.
Munchkin sends out the null command. So Knives now.
Oh my god, they're gonna push
in
out.
their hands. As, oh boy, slides back across the opposite side of the
Nice,
ball. Darian
though.
with the
Hold
peak
on.
wide
Oh,
sector,
worked
now
out.
Dead.
We're cooking.
As
Okay,
GE
good. We won, and
up
they
the
used 2
pace.
ults. Let's go.
Look to pull off a thrifty.
Nice.
Even the Armageddon coming out. Not going to be getting much of anything.
One enemy remaining.
Wry smile there on
That's
Crystal's
the
face.
spike, the overheat
As okay,
moment.
Global Esports
The
in
positioning,
flawless fashion.
what a
What is
blunder,
They're gonna
this?
get
what a
themselves
An
on
anonymous
the board
gifter
here.
with a
In
tier
a-
1 to
with a
Thinking
thrifty.
Man's
Yeah,
Ah.
I mean, it just took
4
a cosmic divide
skill
and an
1,
open
and
sight.
I don't
and then
know
a
what
good
that
guess
means.
on how Gen G was going to be setting up for the retake.
I don't know
and they
what
were
that
just a
means.
step
What?
ahead.
No,
You know,
no.
right as Dexter's starting to dash in, that's
You've
when
got
Global
me, you've
Esports is making
confused
their
me.
move. And it makes it rather chaotic because I suspect other Gen G players not anticipating that either.
A bizarre round.
That was a unusual round.
But sometimes that's what you need.
Yep,
Catch the team off guard, do something that they do not expect,
exactly.
and ultimately just
EDG did have 2 13-0s on
his
Haven, yes.
access points to the
Back to
site
back.
through that cosmic divide.
G versus
So,
Paper
some
X, who wins?
smiles
I mean, they literally
resurfacing
play
here.
each other next week, no?
Don't
Still-
overthink.
A very large.
I wouldn't
deficit to try to
rather
crawl-
watch
claw
this.
back
It's
here.
just
Global
that,
needing to get
unfortunately, Sen lost
a
the fucking
handful
map
of rounds on this attacking side. Is what we'll say.
to fucking
I mean, I
whoever
think
they played.
3
Loud.
would be where I'd be like, okay, maybe.
Although I actually thought Loud.
You can get the
looked
third.
alright.
4, yeah, 5. Then I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah, then
maybe.
you're feeling really good with the double Senti.
Yeah.
Looking for the stun setup. Not looking to overstay. Foxy. Different angle. Does get shut down. Now went forward though. Ash finding
Oh,
Crystal to
brother.
salvos. Just so perfectly timed and placed. Has the follow up. Just like that, the advantage is found for the side of Global Esports.
You
ripped
just
out of
sound
their
more
hands.
and more
I mean,
dejected
Ash
every
is
round.
just look
Well,
better
it's
and
like
better
if Crystal doesn't
week after
kill them
week
all,
since joining this
we
main Gen
lose.
G roster. And you could see why they wanted to bring him in. They wanted Tejo in here solo.
Hello.
Hello. Wanted to be a bit more meta with his compositions, and it is paying off. Poppy, though, staying tucked. Oh, didn't matter. Karan's just Karan. Too nasty for it. 7-1. Gen G up.
Well, it was
And
Brazil.
a punch right back. GE finally able to get around to go, and
There we go. We have our
just
answer.
falls apart. And, you know, good trading here early, but then Ash strikes. Just waiting there with that util.
It's not something that you want to see, but it's something that unfortunately is.
Double timeout G. It's looking rough. He's popping off again. GE Mind Freak? Honestly, though. If Mind Freak is perma-benched, is there a chance he goes to another team?
Are GE able to shoot their guns?
Ooh.
Is it a bug? 777 track
I mean, maybe, but I don't know what team really
777
needs
and
Mind Freak,
quadrigentillion 777 quadrigentillion 777 novemtrigentillion.
because it would have to be an English or Indo team.
Yeah, GE.
I don't
You can see the Venn
know.
diagram of
Mind Freak's
Killjoy.
the solution here.
Oh no.
Okay, we take those. We take those free ones.
Texture just trying to avoid
Good
that
timeout,
0 point.
elevated. Jedi
Nice
mind
little
trick.
punish coming through.
Texture
Off
into
now gonna be on the
trolling.
floor. As Munchkin is going to be lobbing it.
Oh.
As Munchkin is going to be
Back in
lobbing in the
time.
fragment here and try to delay the push coming forward. Darian up and over the top. As
I can't believe Munchkin tried to
be gunned down.
sneak that in.
Lockdown invested though. Foxy 9 wanting to try to go ahead and turn this one around as they go backpedaling. And looks
Does Ash know
like
that you don't
quietly
have to
everybody
pop
will
that straight
be able
away?
to escape. Ash quickly greeted by an arrow to the face. Minor amounts of damage going to be taken. Salvo's going to be sent. Nebula's still up here. Kelly S trying to play around this gap. Watching for the cut
Body
across.
No,
Body
they got
block.
it. Let's go. Let's go.
There
Thank
you
God. Thank God.
Nice,
Thank God.
nice,
Thank God.
nice.
Thank God.
Coming away with those
Two on the
Darian able to find
board.
Foxy. And flawless fashion is exactly how Global need to get these rounds.
And just a kind of bad guess on Texture's part off that 0 point. Not sure if there had been some conditioning with that 0 point earlier where there wasn't any contact off of it. This time it's the full forces of Global Esports marching their way towards the B site. Texture paid the price pretty quick. And then Munchkin caught in that, the edge of that smoke. Not sure what he was trying to get away with there. He's on a side where he can't see much and his opponents can see his feet.
Oh,
whoa.
Movement coming through.
Wow, he really
Going very wide.
isn't helping the
Never seen
cause
that
right now.
Texture.
And now attacking lockdown going to be invested.
Did they not think they were going to buy
Esports
another
looking to
round?
just try to maintain the pace here. Keep things going as quickly as they can. All's control now here in their favor. Thorns set up, Nanos as
Got a
well.
plant.
Just looking to try to
Hello,
make a
got the
retake
spike down.
completely impossible. Texture already has swapped the weapon over here, just passing that operator to Ash. Salvo's going forward, blind connecting, Munchkin able to find one to slide in.
Oh,
Hall's
that's a
now
good
opened up.
retake.
Hunter's Fury sent here from Crystal. As Munchkin will get caught by one. Swing out, Texture dead top of screen.
Let's go to 10.
Smokes popped, the defuse started. Foxy 9, he's
Don't
just
let
here
him
around
stick
the
it
corner.
again.
And then
Nice.
they
Oh, no.
try to get the shot through there, able to
ooh.
do so. Munchkin now just sat here, pinged
Let's
down,
go. Come
dead.
on. Come on,
Beautiful.
G.
Huge
Nice.
4K. This is another clean round. Global Esports now have a massive economy behind them.
Now you might be able to get a timeout out of Gen G because this B site has become a liability. They haven't been able to stop these pushes. And again, if Global Esports gets the plant down and can get into their post-plant situations, it is very, oh, that is disgusting.
Just killing them all through smokes.
But again, if they can get to those moments, Global Esports' comp is very well suited to stop
They're on a
the
Nico.
retakes. And you can see why. 2 rounds in a row, they've
Let's
been
go.
able to do that. Gen G's going to turn up the tempo.
But it's an
Not
eco.
gonna catch
And
anything.
it's Gen
Kelly
G.
able to make it back around the corner here. Crystal trying to
Oh,
defend
where are we
this.
going?
Just fishing for some damage there with the zaps.
That's actually good. He lost.
And
He's lost all.
Nothing to be found, so ult gets expended. Just some minor control over the A main. It quickly gets abandoned.
Yeah, trying to set up for the combo play with the U-tilt to set up Texture, but could not quite get there in time. So a drone to re-clear that space here for Global Esports as now the players follow suit. And that has been widely abandoned by GENG, who's decided they've had enough of the B shenanigans. If you're going to beat us, it's going to be over on the other side of the map this time. Well,
And
Yudotan
that is correct.
Yeah.
Ping's coming down, no one there. Maybe a rude awakening here for the side of GENG, who just now start getting a sense of this given the time remaining. Plant to come through, and it's going to be another strong post-plant setup here for the side of Global. Darian leading the charge, swing onto the corner. 2 quick kills, looking for the third. Foxy will be able to find one with that stinger and hit finds.
Oh, don't
the
troll.
pick up
Why?
Foxy.
Why do we need to troll?
Finds himself
I literally just opened my mic.
He's got the player advantage. Okay, he will be shut down, but Sheriff shots come through from Ash Karen.
Oh,
Strips him of Vandal as
no.
well.
Why?
And
Damn.
Foxy 9.
But yep, Foxy 9.
Foxy 9.
Damn.
Wow. Thrifty.
Foxy 9.
Last round in the
I
half.
know. That's so heartbreaking for Global Esports, dude. This looked like a round again that they're going to be able to turn the tide here on this map.
Show me his POV.
Beautiful from Darian.
Yes, there we go.
Stinger first.
Oh,
Hope he just instantly thinks like, oh yeah, I've got him.
Man, oh man.
what a play.
That's just, I mean, the individual skill on that kid is incredible. Moments like that,
You can win with 4 though with this comp.
your jaw's on the floor.
Farm bot. Okay, Darian able to survive as Ash, trying to open things up here. Trying to slow things down, I should say, with that concuss. Poppy, my God. A ton of damage.
Now you've got a crossfire to contend with. Didn't
And
he?
this approach from Art, yeah, he is.
Oh.
just like,
Okay, thank God for
Put an end
Crystal.
to it.
Again, why are we?
Bounce back,
What?
swings out, maybe get
Never
a
mind.
little
We
too
win.
confident.
Crystal wins.
No, yeah, all good, all good.
Does get shut down. Crystal, 30 HP, the other two
Just
players.
out
Like,
aim
why
ball.
would you be like, oh, there's 2
Caron
players
all
here.
alone
Let's
to
just
try to
full
make this a
sprint back
9-3.
here and then just run into
Otherwise,
this
8-4,
crossfire.
We talked about it.
Whilst like with 2 of you.
They know where he is.
They're nearly lined up for him, but Caron just suffering way too much damage. Push comes in from Kelly with the shorty in hand.
Winnable.
And will be the final round.
Win
closing,
pistol, this
being
is
closed out
winnable.
here by Global Esports.
Yeah, double
So
senti,
take the
win
full-
pistol. Sure.
Come on, Global. You can do this.
Said very much in control, very much taking possession right back of this half. And again, FPX, they cannot let it get to them, but every round lost, every round that is gained for the
Classic
members of
Chichu.
EDG puts them 1 round closer to elimination.
And FPX haven't won a round since the start of the game. I mean, I say start of the game. They won 4 in a row. Now it's EDG that have won 5 in a row. It's just these teams streaking back and forth. It's looking like the stock exchange after the tariffs just plummeting for FPX. There's not really much that they can do as they try to make an aggressive play towards Dish, and they have got 1 pick, but it's EDG just sprinting forwards. Life doesn't care. They just keep finding more and more kills.
Oh my days, meet everyone, all the econ, all the utility in the world being thrown at each other, being passed back and forth like a tennis ball.
Oh, why
Scan
didn't we
comes
wait?
through the molly. Gen actually just sticking it to confidence, but Autumn going to show you why you should not. Dancing around the smoke, Jenny's faster than Yosemite. 2 versus 1, the aftershock is burnt as well. Nothing
Oh,
to take either member of FPX off of this spike other than some very well-placed shots. It looks as if, yeah, the salvo's getting prepped, the swing comes through, the firing squad are there in FPX.
Very consistent player. Individual skill.
not
I mean, you got that
Scottish,
big
he's
double
Northern
break
Irish.
Open the site there for him.
Pretty much going to be Ghost v Ghost here. Just Poppy. No, rather it's Kelly S with the classic and half armor.
And Munchkin's just gonna try to sell this by himself.
Turrets destroyed.
Solo KO. Sticking around over at B to try to keep players over there. Oxy Nothing that he's really seen.
The turret got broken, was over on that shop side.
That's why GENG is looking to see if they can punish a player.
Alright, if they go slow here, GENG. If
Instead,
GENG are taking their time,
Again,
they could
throwing
be
a
in
lot
some
of their
trouble. But
util over in the direction of B to try to sell that. And that's drawn Darion over. So they've created a weak side.
Yes, tagged up. Munchkin just looking at flash behind, goes to the peak, nothing there. Nebula in his face.
oh, they're fully giving up mid.
Go, yeah,
Wafts, thanks for the
here
22
is
months.
The whole rest
Can
of
smell an
Gen G
energy stinker
gets
tonight
clustered
and
up,
excited.
pushing down in towards Kelly Yasu. Is fortunate to only catch a tiny little glimpse there. Slide in, Poppy turns his sights back over, is able to find one. Eats the pressure though, finds himself a second. Gives the rest of the team a fighting
Darion.
chance here as Munchkin though
Darion,
disrespecting
why,
the
man?
Nano.
Darion,
Strafes
no
over it.
patience.
Darion gets completely caught
Isn't
off
all that a
guard.
part of the UK? It is, but
Shock dart, however, from
it's
Crystal.
not a part
What
of
the-
Britain.
Karan's feet is able to find the punish, and now we go into a 2v2.
Just comes down to these crossfires for GENG.
Going at the ready, Foxy9 getting some damage. Munchkin similarly down to 24. And it looks like they might just be able to make this happen unless Munchkin says otherwise. The tap on the spike.
Let's
And
go,
Crystal
let's go.
gets
We
it
win
done.
this, Global. We win
Global
this.
Hey.
Esports, their first
Take these
pistol
frauds to
win,
ascend.
Their first step towards running back this Pearl.
Huge.
What do you have against Gen
Good
G?
discipline from Global Esports. I mean, that was a really tricky round.
Nothing really.
From the
I've always
get-go.
got like GENG.
They read it pretty quickly that it's not going to be a B hit just off of Munchkin's contact. So they immediately backpedal. That does create that extra angle for the execute for GENG.
Just an elevated fan, I see.
Maneuver all the way through B link.
I've met Elevated, so
Right,
I'm
maybe
inclined
GENG
to...
just overthinking that round.
and
a
he's
step
taller
too
than you'd
far.
think.
Might have been able to head towards A. I mean, no matter what, you had to deal with Crystal. You got another big round for Global Esports. So, Sheriff for Texture, Sheriff for Foxy9, everybody else with classics.
Wait, you've met
Can do any
Elevated. You
damage.
co-streamed with him in the venue, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he taller than
I
you
like
thought?
Elevated.
Oh, really close
Huh?
here.
Was
Holding
he
a
taller
tight
than you
angle.
thought?
Oh, yeah. Like, I
Stuff
thought he
there.
was tall, and
Basically,
then
you know,
he was, like,
it's like a
still
two-point
taller than I thought.
Yeah,
The
same.
turret will just get cleared out from Texture. Yutan now filling even more space and gets himself the double.
Dang, Yudo.
Ash and Foxy9 both going to be taken out as Munchkin able to tuck back around the corner. Avoids taking damage. So 3 Sheriffs still in play here for the side of GENG. Opportunities to deal some damage perhaps. As Texture does get caught by that concuss.
He's not going to be bothered.
What's he doing in
Yutan not
Valorant? The
quite in
Lakers
position
need
to
a
punish.
center?
Still,
No,
info's
I'd
there.
say he's probably about 6,
Poppy up to bat.
3-ish.
Shots out, backs away. Darion,
That mark.
opposite side of Halls. Yeah, Marshall in hand.
6'2.5", 6'3".
Getting past that,
something.
going to prove to be
What's
maybe
that in
a
real
little bit
units? Probably about
difficult. Ooh, quick scope in, Munchkin
190.
get put down. Peek out.
No, he's
Second
not.
shot, able to find it. What is that shot on the Crystal? Holy hell!
Dude, there's no way they actually
Looking for the
nerfed
plant
Neon.
spot. Karan down underneath will eventually die, but oh my god!
What's the story behind my
That was
pseudonym?
disgusting.
You know, it's really quite boring.
I thought they nerfed that.
Yeah, how do you do that with a
They
sheriff?
did.
They didn't nerf Texture, though.
Because it's
Good lord!
easy. Come on, Trevor. You're telling me you couldn't hit that shot?
And it's like the moment that
Apparently,
he's
I'm
about
just
to get
not good
behind the
enough.
box, too.
Come on, Trevor. That one's easy.
Jeez.
Oh, is that one
The
easy?
last
Okay, I'll do it in my
possible
next game.
pixel that he
Yeah.
can
Every
slide
round.
That bullet pass before
Time
it
to
would be a
bring
wall
Neon in.
bang.
Just absolutely nasty.
The story behind my pseudonym is literally just I heard
Alright, well,
I heard it on a couple
Fly
casts,
round
so
now
people
here for the
kind of
Gen
became
G.
when I was
Texture,
creating the channel, it
tiny
kind
little
of
bit taken
became
from the
a thing
thorns.
that people said on like casts and
See if they
stuff.
can
Oh, this
deal
is
with
good
this Vice
thinking
wall.
men's Valorant.
Do have Munchkins all.
So then I was like, well, that's what I'll call it.
They're actually just scooping that up and going to the other side.
Patrick,
I
at
mean, you
bench,
see this a lot where teams
it
are going to
seems
want
so.
to harass the longer angles when you're going up against the weaker buys. So therefore, B site seems like it's more favorable to you. However, the Bulldog there, Yudotan has a Guardian. Not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Some pre-spam going to connect with anybody. GENG does get the spot on the player behind
Still a
screens, but
travesty we
since
never
Darion
got
back
the
towards
Sexture
alley,
versus Mini
caught him
Poomy
with
on
the
off in
knife, so they've been able to track
2024 with
Darion
Mini
Broken
instead.
Knee.
poo. Not even mini
Try the other
bot.
side of the map, though.
Mini poo.
Quick relay just threatening Crystal off that drone. Hugging into the corner here at the bottom of the stairs.
30 seconds left.
If it's a crossover towards Art. Time starting to tick down. 25 seconds remaining. As no command could be popped. Crystal, he's fully blinded up. And Ash, okay, is able to get in there to find a punish before Picture ends up getting taken down. Kelly pushing out from Flowers. 2 headshots found, but Foxy9 comes to the rescue. Keeping his IGL protected and his team afloat in the map. Opponents not to be converted. GENG re-establish a 3-round lead, but they do suffer some losses.
That was very messy.
9-6.
Just a timing entry where everything has to go well, and it gets pretty spicy there. I mean, if somebody isn't coming through Art.
Chobra, are you familiar with Elma Fudd?
Yeah, still able to find 2.
Elma Fudd, the character?
Again,
Yeah.
coming up huge for GENG when they
Yeah?
need him most.
You think Paper Thin would be a good Elma Fudd?
We'll get a big one.
You think
Operator,
Achilles
though,
and
for
Paper Thin's
Darion.
casting
They're
dynamic is
pushing
like Bugs
out along
Bunny Elma
beat.
Fudd?
Meanwhile, GENG on the other side, trying to get aggressive.
Oh, just
I can see it,
disrespecting
I can
all this
see it.
Util. Alarm pod, nano beat, damn texture. Not for his pound
We
of
should
flesh
have
and
a
finds
cosplay
Yutan.
day at VCT Pacific.
Absolutely
I think
destroyed.
he
Kelly
would
has
make a
stunned
good
up
Elma
there as the
Fudd, as
concuss
this
comes
game is
through.
probably
Texture
over. Rip.
collecting a second. Fast pace here from the side of GENG, and Global Esports just can't quite keep up. This operator never getting put into a position to actually really find some value. Texture, Mr. 4K. will end right there. I was gonna say, Texture, I don't think you want that. We all know what happens if you get the ace.
The crowd going crazy in case he gets an ace is so funny.
It's so...
Oh my gosh.
There's a moan of despair down on stage. As Darion is desperately trying to hold on to this thing, but Foxy is in the perfect position to get the punish.
Well,
the
there's
op
probably
gonna be left
rip.
down
It's
on
gonna be
the
an eco
floor.
here for Global. There should be 11.
10-6.
And that might be a rip.
He is still going off.
The VFL points.
I hope that's coming through.
Well,
This is
that's what you
disgusting
get.
from Texture.
That's what you get
I
for
mean,
picking Texture.
One way to get past the Sentinel Util.
The guy
just
literally
go.
known for not
Okay,
getting
full screen
aces.
reaction. Here we go.
Nope. No.
Come on. There we go. Perfectly cut screams. Perfectly cut scream. That is...
For Texture, the 4-kill is the most delicious.
All right, Darion, getting spicy with it, able to find the headshot on the
Just
one.
Darion on his own on B.
Unfortunately, not the monstrous hero play that they were looking for. Cosmic Divide just a setup for the nice and easy plan as it gets brought forward. And in the meantime, you've got Foxy9 on the late lurk. Playing out down. Oh, tempted the knife. Stun onto the corner. As the wall gets ready to fall, double push up through the halls, and Texture able to go ahead and note them both.
This is really not a bad try by
Karen
G.
coming away with a 3K. And it's now 11-6.
It's just so great when you come out here and you get to see Texture, get the 4K, and get denied the ace. I mean, the people got exactly what they wanted today.
Oh, God.
It's just a thing of beauty. I mean, you just try to get aggressive with the Blade Storm here, and doesn't work out. Pulling the halls. Well, I like the way Yudotan was trying to bait out some contact from GENG, working along the edge of that Cosmic Divide. Just didn't really pan out. Operator again, glass cannon for Darion, trying to go through mid doors. He missed.
Oh, no, he hit the leg.
Oh, he hit the leg.
So the swap to the shorty comes away with a kill, but Foxy
There's no
slows
way,
down 3.
man.
Overstays, however. And
Damn.
Yudotan is there for the punish.
Come on,
We're into
come
a
on,
3v3. Just getting a little bit wobbly here in the round.
Oh, he's got this.
There's the push up continuing here onto the side. Yudotan there at Hall. Peek out. Crystal able to find one count. Eliminated.
Big distraction.
Able to try
They
and
don't
really
got
hold
this.
things down. So now
Never
attention gonna be
mind.
paid forward over towards this Soba. Deep flank coming in though, however, from Kelly S.
Chill.
Have they noted this at all?
Ooh.
Ash tagged up dead. And as the final blast not finding anything, but the spike is still planted in play. Munchkin though, Potentially at risk as the wider swing continues. And yeah, back is turned.
Let's go.
Has no idea where the Vice is coming
They
from.
did
Global
got
Esports
this.
will go ahead and pick up round 18.
Yeah, this time they're able to deal with some of that aggression. You know, Texture's just
Big round
trying to
from
fly
Crystal.
through.
Again.
Darion switches over to that shorty. Got him with maybe 1 or 2 bullets out of it. Good enough, because he'd already hit the leg. Crystal finds a perfect time to take Khan out of the equation. Steps out the door, scoops up a kill, backs right up, has the Hunter's Fury, nails Yudotan right after he gets the plant down. Very well handled. Crystal again, playing very well. Darion having an okay map, 14 and 16. Had to do a lot of the dirty work on that attacker side, so I don't fault him too much for the death scoreline. Flash play to set up Texture. GE just holding at the bottom of the ramp. Oh, Crystal got him
Crystal
though.
hits
Got
it.
him.
Whoa!
Of course.
Texture picked off. Great shot there from Crystal. Global Esports position to try to snowball this. Flash going through. Munchkin
Brother.
holding his
Can't
own.
die there. You can't have a double
Speed
senti
switch.
part of your setup and
Haran.
lose.
Omnipresent. Yudotan clearly wanted to try to challenge for this.
Oh,
And it's a fight that he just cannot win.
Ooh.
Damage suffered here on the entry. Munchkin
Yeah.
down low.
Not a big
shotgun. Let's see
fan
if
of
he can deliver
the
it once more.
Killjoy
No, this is
Vice.
the bounce.
No, I'm not either.
Trying to bank it off the screen. Paul's one was on the money, but there's no one there to eat it.
Would have been beautiful.
Knocking them. Can't use that yet.
Because to just go ahead and hold them back. And ultimately for Global Esports, this is just going to have to be a save call, you would suspect.
Looks like it.
You don't have the money. GENG.
Yeah, he
Looked
wanted
to
his
go
ult orb.
hunting a little bit, so yeah, chase forward. Ult orb picked up. And that is just going to be the rest of GENG. Tucking back, staying alive. Getting the win. Taking this now up 12-7. Match point in their hands.
Man, sometimes Karan just looks so smooth, dude. This,
You mean most of the time.
most of the time. This first one, God, that's good. A little less, but still able to recover it in time.
Well,
He's a
GG.
smooth criminal. And
Unlucky.
you've got a smattering of guns there. Stinger.
TME
for
talk about
Yudotan,
Zeta signing
Guardian,
1010
Help's gone, so
Yep.
or 1010.
3.
No, I
to work
didn't.
with for the
I
side
mean,
GE.
I have no idea
Get a
about
good steel garden in.
how good they are. He's on T1's academy, right?
Could mitigate
I don't know how good
the
they are. So.
shortcomings here in the arsenal.
I mean, they're probably worse than
Tough
Death.
part is
Like,
so
if
many
Zeta
ults as
lost
well to
anyone
deal
else,
with.
I would have been like,
Kinda have to
okay,
wait out,
maybe
so
this
GENG
guy will
gets the
actually be
plant.
good.
They're just full rotating off A for
I
pretty much.
don't know why.
But
They're gonna ping down
wait,
over on long.
someone just said that the 1010, the new guy for
Just
Zeta,
be Darion
is Meteor's
left,
brother. Is
watching
that true?
from Flowers.
yeah.
Maybe something
Yeah.
to do with
Meteor's
Munchkin's
brother.
night. That's the only thing I can work out
Is
of
he any
that.
good?
Meteor's brother.
Starting to
He's quite good.
slowly drift
He
back
was a
over
very
towards his
promising
position,
prospect in
but
Challengers Japan until
they're gonna look for the
Flips,
exec here.
implied that he was
There's the arm
Japanese. He
again.
was a Japanese otaku and baited him
Darion
into
back
saying
over towards
racist
Secret.
things about Indian people
Behind the
because
corner,
1010 thought
0
Flips was
points.
Indian.
Confirms his position as Overdrive
And
now
then
Texture.
his
Looking
team
up the pace on the
immediately
back of
drops
steel
1010.
guards
They
as
were
well.
like, oh, nope,
I don't need a
that's
gun.
a no-go.
Got lightning fingers.
So
Looks for a
1010
little bit more.
basically was
Crystal
out
able
of
to go ahead
commission
and
for a
put him
year,
down.
and then he got
So
picked
much
up by
damage,
T1
17
Academy,
remaining here on the Sova of
and
Global.
now he's on Zeta.
I see,
Karon's still
nepotism.
alive here on the side. Foxy 9 gunning down 2. Spike now getting planted.
I did think it was funny that
Cosmic
T1
Divide.
picked up both
Gonna be
Meteor and
called in.
1010.
Crystal dead before the wall. Ends up coming through. Swing out. Caron
GG.
once again goes for it out wide.
GG.
Well, it's
7
probably gonna
rounds.
come down to Paper X versus GE for the 4th playoff spot. But I realized that the
Yeah.
4th playoff spot, like, you have to win 3 games in a row to make it.
It's so rough, man.
Yeah, so I mean,
But I mean, I kind of like that system though, actually.
no, yeah, I mean, it's what it should be, but like if you're
Yeah,
if
but
you
it's
start here,
it's very rough. Like 4th seed, if
you have to
if
win
a
1.
if a team that
2
barely scrapes by goes into the lower bracket,
3
you're probably not
to get to
making
the
a
lower
run.
final.
So.
'So It's pretty rough out there. Okay. Okay, Mr. Chobra, goodbye. Have a nice rest of
All
your
right.
day.
You two.
China? What's the score? 12-6? We can stay to the end of this, I guess.
This team mechanically is one of the best teams in the region.
Watch the
It's
end
not
of
like
this,
you
why
can
not?
just spam them with smokes and hope to win the 50-50s. You need to offer
EDG
something.
won every defense round. Oh,
I'm going to
that's
use
rough.
the excuse that it's that I was reading the KK from Kang Kang. That's my excuse as to why I said FPK. But speaking of, oh my days, Kang Kang's already in your spawn. Shrimp's having none of it in fact at all. As Smoggy tries to back him up as well. Shrimp is good for all three of the people that are pushing in. Nearly tempted to drop the Rolling Thunder, but in theory you've got that man advantage. Should not be necessary.
A change of pace from EDG. They get rid of the operator, go on to a
FPX
Vandal, try
comeback?
to make an aggressive
I
play,
don't
but
believe.
FPX
Having
are
watched
just ready
almost
for
none
it.
of
They
this game,
hold
I don't
back, and
believe in an
now
FPX
Rolling
comeback.
Thunder online.
I think they
It
might even
should
lose this
be
round,
their
even though they've got
round to
Rolling Thunder
lose.
and Visalt. And in theory, it should be kind of impossible to lose.
There's no real ults, though, no Armageddon. There is the Razor Vine, should they wish to pop it. In theory, no harm in popping it. You've got 5 more rounds to work with. Shrimp being forced out, tries to flash himself to grant the space, does actually manage to. And because of that now, no primaries online for EDG, and they have this time to kill while the spike ticks.
They need to start to make their move soon. Pushing forwards onto side, but it's Shrimp looking for the ace and not able to convert it. But they have done enough in this round. They have made it a very likely scenario. But Chichu just getting that extra kill.
Chichu the GOAT.
Just to prove that they have the skill to do so.
And that's rough if you're Yosemite. Look at those credits. That is 300 now to try and get a buy. Autumn, the only person with it. 3 ultimates online though. Orbital Strike, Rolling Thunder,
Teach you
and
guys
that
pretty
Overdrive.
good?
There
Yeah.
is a decent bit to work with if you are FPX, but I mean, let's face it. What's going to happen very soon is you're going to run out of those ultimates, and there's probably still going to be 4 rounds left minimum.
Why don't we have China for VFL? Well, but when I started it, when we started VFL, they didn't. VLR didn't have the
Kang Kang yet again,
like ratings
which
for
was
China
a
and shit like
weapon
that,
that was
which obviously go into the point
decimating any
scoring.
chance of attack that you had. And not
Will
only
I
that,
have it for stage 2?
Rolling Thunder
I
online,
doubt we'll have it
Steel
for
Garden
stage 2.
online, and while FPX have some
We
ultimates
might
to
have
work
it for next year.
themselves, they still have to find a way to get
There
Chichu
are-
in this position.
There are upsides and
Always
downsides to China.
easier
Like for
said
instance,
than done. It is just Chichu there, though.
I don't
Basically,
know whether
everyone else
China
is committed
will
either towards
like
that
China always
generator
starts a
side.
week
Now,
early, right?
The member
So
of Smoggy has backed them up as
like,
well.
that
Try
is
take
quite
that
annoying.
position On generator to rotate as well, but if you look,
'Cause I'm hoping that this is a
Yosemite
one-time
all the way
thing
down
for
to Rolling
EMEA.
Thunder's been popped. They want this to end, and they want it to end now. EDG so aggressive. Kang
Holy
Kang and
fuck.
Smoggy good for 3. As now Yosemite has realized that the rest of his team is gone, and now 1 versus 5 ace clutch to keep EDG or to keep FPX in this game and the series.
Yosemite, the last hope for FPX, and will not be able to do anything as
well, there
Smoggy.
you go. 2-0. Unlucky. FPX out. DRG fans rejoice. I think they're through. Because of that. Did DRG beat FPX? They did. Yeah, so FPX are finito. EDG finished top of the group because of course they do. And there is your playoff. So it'll be EDG and G-Lai top of... Wait, it's not G-Lai, is it? No, they lost to Billy Billy. So Billy Billy should be above them here. Because it goes on head-to-head first. So it'll be BLG, EDG. It'll be XLG Wolves against who? Nova and Tech. Who won Nova? Tech? Tech won that, didn't they? So it would be XLG against Nova. And you against Tech? Wolves against Tech? I think. Wolves are in playoffs? They are, yeah. Wikipedia has it all finished off. I don't give a shit. Goodbye. I will see you later for Americas.